Start streaming. Connected. Okay. Oh shit. Okay, let's see. Is this working? Can I hear myself? Oh, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yo, is this thing working? I think it is. This is pretty sick. Let's try this. All right, we'll send it in the Discord. See, is that the right link? Hopefully. Oh, let's go. How do I see how many people are in chat? JP by Dram. Nice. Okay. Love that. It's a great start. Let's see here. Listening from AKA. Let's go. Damn, we got a lot of. How do I see how many people are in the chat? Let me see. Viewer activity. Stream health. Okay, that's good. Healthy. Excellent. Hey, let's go. Oh, this is awesome, man. This is crazy. Okay. Oh, this is sick. All right. Okay, sweet. Well, welcome to the first stream here. I am basically just testing out the stream to see if this works because I wanted to stream before, but I haven't like had the chance to do it. So I'm pretty hyped for this. I see what's good. What's good? Welcome everybody. Welcome. Was I the first chat ever on JP? Yes, you were the first chat ever. My boy JP is a boomer. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thanks. I'm a boomer. Right? That's a great start. Okay, let's go. Yeah, no, I mainly just wanted to test like the streaming software to make sure this works and stuff. Basically just going to be running some zombies, shooting the shit for the next hour or two. I plan on doing more streams in the future, but just wanted to test it out, make sure it worked. Can you guys hear me okay? What's the stream going to be like? Just gaming? Yeah, just going to be gaming, just talking about random stuff. Nothing specific. Let's see. How can I'm still trying to figure out how can I see. Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, now I can see the concurrent viewers. That's sick. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, sweet. Let me figure out what gobblegum do I want to use here. Auto activates next time. Yeah, let's do that one. Probably going to be playing Shadows of Evil. I've been literally paired up with like the worst people for it. So how do I get the chat to stay locked? Because I have to scroll down. Oh, yeah, no, Texan 135. I'm definitely going to do it a different time or day. I literally just wanted to... The controller is loud, but your voice is angelic. Thanks. I definitely wanted to just, like, test the stream. So I'm totally aware that, like, this time is not ideal, unfortunately. But I'm going to be doing more for sure. Let me see. Let's do this one. I'm trying to think, how can I make it so the controller's not loud? This is my first time, so you're going to have to bear with me on some of these technical difficulties, but hey, shout out Poland. You're going to need some YouTube mods soon. Controller's fine, don't worry. Thanks, bro. Chat bookmark. LO, first chat, but seriously, okay. Let's see. What COD is this? This is Black Ops 3 that I'm playing right now. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, hell yeah. We got 94 people in here. Oh, this is lit. Can we play together? Yeah, we honestly can. If any of you guys want to play, I can definitely. I'm open to running it. I'm on Xbox, though, so just a heads up there. But, yeah, I'm going to hop into this first game. Let's get some Shadows of Evil going. The map I've been trying to play lately is Shino Numa, but because only 1% of people play it, it's like nobody's ever on it. Shangri-La, I've never even played before, which is kind of crazy to say. I mean, Kino is great, Origins is great, but Origins, I'm still trying to figure out the Easter egg. Dryzendrock, I just recently got, though. Oh, shit, I already got a donut. Hey, first donation. What is good, man? Thank you, bro. Hey, JP, just started investing. Is there any tax benefits to it? And do I have to file my investment? Thanks. So this mainly just depends on what account that you're investing in. So, for example, if you're in like a Roth IRA, you do not have to worry about taxes at all. You can buy and sell within that. There's literally no concern with the Roth IRA. Like, it doesn't matter if you buy the stock on Monday and sell it on Friday, no taxes. But if you're doing a regular brokerage account, which is just like a regular taxable account, then yes, there are taxes there. It's basically taxed at either a short term or a long term capital gains rate. And I'm pretty sure long term capital gains, it's just if you're holding it for over a year. So if you hold it for a year and 1 day, so let's pretend you buy a stock, you wait 1 year and 6 months, and then you sell it, that would be taxed at a lower rate than had you sold it just 6 months. Um, so that's the main thing there is you just have to know like what type of account you have and whether it's taxable. If you want to see how much do you owe in taxes, that piece you have to actually like download a form at the end of the year. So let's say you're investing for 2026 at the beginning of January in 2027, wherever you're investing, whether that's M1 Finance, Vanguard, Robinhood, Fidelity, no matter where, you're gonna there's normally a section called like statements and documents. You'll go there and then I think the form's called, I want to say it's a 1099. I could be wrong, but there's a form there for it. Um, so hey, no, I appreciate everybody being supportive here. Wait, this format's actually sick. He do be live. Yes, I do be live. Happy Friday, man. The reason I'm streaming at such a weird time is because I literally don't have work today. I have work off. So shout out Juneteenth, man. Keeping me off work. That's awesome. You got to do the Origins Easter egg. It's so fun. Bro, the Origins Easter egg is so hard. Like, I cannot figure it out. I can explain a PE ratio. Give me 1 second on that. Shout out Brazil. Appreciate you, bro. I see that Brazilian flag. That's what's up. Oh, JP Flawless mentioned make. Oh, that's Flawless. Okay, let's go. But yeah, no. So that's the main reason I'm just streaming today, just out of nowhere, is because I'm just trying to test it out. JP, you need a black mod, bro. I need any mod I can get, man. Oh, and then the PE ratio. Let me go back to that. I don't even know if this game's going to load at this point. Hopefully it does. People just quit all the time. You guys will see this. Like, we'll start the game, and like 5 minutes in, 2 people will leave. It's painful. A PE ratio, though, all that means is your price to earnings. It is how much money you're willing to pay for $1 of earnings in a company. So if a company has like a 30 PE ratio, that means you're spending $30 for them to generate $1 of profit. The PE ratio people use to gauge whether companies are like overvalued or undervalued, and you can look at like historical PE ratios for companies. But the main thing I would say is like if a company has a really high PE ratio, like 100 or 200 or something like that, then long term, I don't really see that holding. Either the price has to, okay, great, already got booted out of that first game. But either the price has to go down or the earnings have to go up usually. Again, I don't invest into individual stocks. This is not professional financial advice. And if you think it is, you're retarded. But I mean, that's just basically how it goes. Let's see. Absolutely love your vids. Great information. The old school. Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you guys. Yeah, dude, the Origins Easter egg, that's my problem too. Jack, just replying to what you're saying there is like, it is painful. Like I tried to do it solo and I'm just caught in the trenches. It's like, damn, this sucks. You know, I'm not a fan of that. What was this? Longer noses correlating to higher net worth. No comments on that, but that's actually hilarious. Okay, let's try this again. Round number 2. Thoughts on credit cards. I think credit cards are great if you can use them well. I think the average American is not disciplined, so they get killed with credit cards. Like it's actually brutal. Like the average American, I feel like just runs up there. And honestly, sometimes I understand. Sometimes people get put into bad positions and you have to use your credit card. But credit cards are good because if you're going to spend the money anyways, why not get something out of it? The part I don't really agree with on some of the credit card stuff is the people that are super into credit cards and they have like 15 credit cards and they're like, yeah, I got this vacation for completely free because I had all these points from da-da-da. It's like you spent like $40,000 to get those points, bro. Like no. That's my thing with it. I think credit cards can be good, but I just don't think, I think a lot of people are not good with credit cards is what I'll say. I saw somebody just sent a gift. I don't know what that is, man, but I appreciate it. I saw you sent some jewels. So, whatever that means. Flawless welcome. What up, bro? Look at this, man. You see how hard this is? This is what it's like for me when I'm trying to play on Xbox. I'm just trying to play some Shadows of Evil, bro. I would play Origins right now, but let me see. I would play Origins, but I don't know the Easter egg. That's the problem. Dryzen I do. I only know the lightning bow though, and I only know the wolf. I haven't gone like all the way where you fight the final boss, so I gotta figure that out. Buy a PC. Thank you, Flawless. I do need a PC. Um, hey, what up, Tony Snell? I know exactly. Some of these people from the Discord, I'm like, wait, I know you. I know you. This is awesome. Thoughts on SpaceX IPO? I haven't looked at SpaceX's financials, but somebody just told me the other day that their valuation is already like it's already higher than Microsoft, which that's kind of crazy to me. I would need to look at their financials, but I mean, you guys know my channel, you know how I roll. I'm not big on individual stocks. I used to be, sold them all last August. Um, and yeah, literally my most recent video talks about that. So, oh, another thing to answer from that recent video though is I sold all of my stocks in one day. I think it was like August 20th, 21st. I can't remember. It was around there though. And yes, I did have to pay taxes for it. But yeah, the SpaceX, somebody saying SpaceX being overvalued, I don't think that's a far fetched thing to say. Let me see here. Hey, JP, my twin. Hey, Peyton, appreciate you, bro. Yeah, bigger than Microsoft and Amazon is kind of crazy. For me, like, I just would have to look at the financials to determine that. One thing I will say is a lot of the individual stocks I own, not all of them did really well, but the five or actually I'm at about 6 years of investing now once we get to July, so in a couple of weeks. Um, but what was I gonna say here? Oh no, in my 6 years of investing, one thing I can do very well is I can predict stocks that are overvalued because it's pretty obvious. I feel like. Do I go and short those companies? No. And again, I don't even own individual stocks. But hey, another donation. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you, Agro. Hey, JP, I started college this August as a transfer student for applied mathematics. Any tips for early career development? One of the main things I would say that I actually think is really smart that people can do is I would go ask your professors what you can be doing. I think that's a great idea because a lot of times the professors have connections. Like they can hook you up with people so that you can get experience. The biggest thing you want in order to get a good job out of college is having a good resume with pretty solid experience. So I think that's one of the biggest things you can do is try to like make connections and network with people. I know it's very uncomfortable. Another person said internships. Yeah, I completely agree with that. I would focus more on just trying to get really good like real world experience. I'm not sure what career you want to go into. You don't have to send another dono just to answer that. Like you could just, because I can see it's aggro. So whatever you say there, I'll be able to read it. But that's the main thing I would say though, is just try to get real world experience. The best people to do that through are your professors because they have good connections. And then you can get, good experience while you're working internships, even if you're working a part-time job and you're getting good hands-on experience. That way you can kind of have an idea of what career you want to go into after college. And then you can really sell yourself and your resume is kind of tailored to that. I think that helps a lot. Let me see here. I also go by JP as well. Nice. Yo, what's good, bro? That's awesome. The thing about Origins that let's see. The thing about Origins is that the entire time you need to keep the round low, so it takes a lot of tries and optimization. Started investing in March. Been watching ever since you to go. Hey, appreciate you, bro. You're a real one. Also, the answer to all unasked questions is no. All you got to do is ask. Okay. Let's see. Got my first job before graduation with an internship. Yo, JP, I want to stop by and congratulate you on your math. Hey, appreciate you, man. Mr. Leva 115. Thoughts on FHA or FHA 203K on a multifamily? I don't think I've heard your opinion on buying. I think the multifamily thing could be. Oh, Agro, I'll reply to you in a second. I see that. I think the multifamily thing could be a move if you do the house hacking stuff. The one thing I would say that you have to be very careful of with the multifamily is if you have vacancies in it. So let's say you rent like a triplex. You live in one of the houses or the rooms. I don't know what you call it, but you live in one of them, and then you have two other tenants, right? If you have vacancies for a long period of time, can you cover that mortgage all by yourself for 3 or 4 months at a time? That's the main thing I would ask myself. But I do think house hacking is just like super OP. The area that I live in doesn't really have a ton of multifamily homes, so that wasn't an option for me. But if you can do it, that's great. An FHA loan, the only thing that sucks with FHA loans is that with multifamily homes, they're normally more expensive because obviously there's multiple units. And so because you're doing an FHA loan, that just means I'm pretty sure that you're normally putting down about 3.5% with that. So your monthly payment might be very high. So make sure you run the numbers before you do that. Okay, and then agro. Let's see what you said. I was thinking of either entering data science or finance. Fire, bro. I was also thinking of minoring in finance. Yeah, no, I think that's a great idea, man. I think data science and finance are great. I think you said, what was your undergrad? You said mathematics. Let me scroll up. Yeah, for applied mathematics, bro, you're probably smarter than me, honestly. But yeah, no, I think that is a great idea, especially if you get the minor. Okay, finally, we're in game. Let's go. I might be reading chat a tiny bit less, but I'm gonna do my best. Another dono. Hey, appreciate you, man. College dropout. I work in the public sector. Should I go with a Roth IRA or a nationwide 457B? So my understanding with the 457B account is that it is like a 401k, but oh wait, let me get this for this guy. It's like a 401k for public employees. So I think you can do both. I could be wrong there. I'm not sure what a nationwide 457B is. I'd have to look into that. But let me see. Flawless saying, can you make me mod? But if you can do both, definitely do both. The Roth IRA to me is just goated, man. So I would, by default, I would prioritize that. But I think you can do both. I'd look into that. But my understanding was the 457B, like I said, it's like a 401k for like public sector employees. So I think you should be able to do both because you can also do a 401k plus a Roth, since the 401k is an employer sponsored account. Okay, where do I add? Appreciate the donations though, guys. You guys are sick. Bro's locking in. Yeah, I am. Let's see here. How you know, Bubba? Okay, thanks. Okay, wait, flawless. How do I make you mod? Is that? Can I do that right now? Let's see. Oh shit. Sorry, I'm looking over my laptop here. We're high key multitasking right now. But let's go ahead. I don't know why I'm shooting bullets. I need to be knifing. If you guys couldn't tell by my gameplay, I'm like super mid at COD. That's the funny part. But lately I've been running the older CODs, like COD 4 and World at War. Okay, let me see. Standard mod. Okay, Flawless, your mod. I got you. He's one of the mods for my Discord, so that's why I did that. Is this guy even playing? But let's see here. JP Hog Cam. Damn, bro. 140 people on right now. This is crazy. Dude, the fact that there's that many of you guys watching on like a Friday like afternoon, that's crazy. Like, you guys are awesome, bro. This is sick. Somebody said Holy Aura. JP, make your favorite Dominican mod. Oh, is that Mr. Gravy? Let's see here. Okay, well, we're already unlocking stuff. That's good. Maybe I need to step up. Let's go here. Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta do my part here. I can't just have everyone else doing this stuff. What did somebody say? You got Juneteenth off also. Yeah, hey, shout out Juneteenth, man. Shout out Juneteenth. This is awesome, bro. Boom. Okay, there we go. Those are the main two things I need to do right there. Somebody said I'm just not working. Hey, respect, bro. Whatever works for you. It's 2 a.m. here in Korea. Bro, we got Koreans on right now. Korea sound... Wait, are you North Korea or South Korea, bro? That's a real question. If you're North Korea, man, prayers up for you, bro. I'm assuming South Korea, though. South Korea looks like a sick country, honestly. JP, tell me a watch to buy. I actually don't know a ton about watches. I do, I went through a watch phase, though, on YouTube. I was watching this guy named, like, Teddy Baldassar, I think. Save your points, spend them all at the box. Yeah, no, I agree. I got to do that. But yeah, there's a guy named on YouTube named, I think it's Teddy Baldassar or something like that. Oh, wait, I need to grab the part. And his channel was really good with watch stuff. There's honestly like some good watches you can get that are like $300 to $500. You don't have to drop a lot of money on watches. My fiance's cousin's husband, he's really into watches, so I'll talk to him a little bit about it, but he's like really into it. Like, he'd drop $5,000 on a watch if he could. I'm not that type of guy. I don't even think I'd ever get to a point where I'd spend that much on a watch unless I was worth like $1 million. Yeah, maybe I do that. If I hit $1 million net worth, I go buy myself a nice watch. That'd be kind of cool. Or here we go. We got to think one depth. We got to think a little bit in depth here. If I did do that, am I just setting myself back? Maybe. I don't know. I mean, once you're at $1 million though, it's actually crazy the momentum you get. Market has a 20% year. If you have $1 million and you just have 200 grand extra in your pocket, like, that's nutty. Okay, let's go here. Sorry, I'm going to read chat in a second once I get done with this ritual. This map is so goated though, bro. Okay, this guy keeps going down. I don't even think he's playing, honestly. Don't Rolexes hold value? Oh my gosh, we already got 2 people down. I gotta clutch up. No hate, if you do, you do. No, I do not use AI scripts for my videos. I just make my own outlines on videos. I don't even script my videos. The only one that like I have a script. Oh, let me get through here. The only one that I have a script at the beginning is when I'm doing the not financial advice series. But that's just me just saying the same thing at the beginning every time, just to like kind of throw a little disclaimer out there. But I'm not a fan of AI scripting on videos because you can tell very easily when someone's AI scripting because they're reading. Like, for example, like in all my videos, you guys can tell I talk exactly like this. But when somebody is AI scripting, their cadence tends to slow down a little bit and it sounds like they're reading. That's my impression of that. And that's what a lot of them talk like. Let's see here. Okay, I need to get again. Okay, look, this is what I'm talking about, guys. I literally said this 10 minutes ago. I was like, hey, there's people that leave immediately. And I got the Margwa chasing me. Look at his ass. Oh, great, me with my little pistol. Lovely. Let's go buy a wall gun. I think that... Oh, no. I think this is a box that I need to get. Like the one guy who's impersonating you. Yeah, there was a channel recently that I was notified of that is using my voice for videos. Like it is my... They might have pitched it up a tiny bit, but it is insane that like AI can do that now. It's actually kind of terrifying. Okay, I know I'm running around like a chicken with its head cut off. I need to just find... Where's a good wall gun here? The Kuda. All right, we're just going to have to run with it. I'm not my proudest. Not my proudest FAP. All right. Let's go there. Oh, no. Go. Here we go. Let's see here. JP, start playing solo. No point of doing online. Yeah, flawless might be a fair point. Thoughts on Celsius, the stock? Celsius goes crazy. Didn't Celsius get acquired by Pepsi? But just, let's see, was it PJ Finance? No, the channel was not called PJ Finance. They were something else. They didn't even have like JP or, I don't even think they had finance in the title, but it was just insane that they literally like were using my voice for their own videos. I reported them. I still needed to like announce it to my Discord and stuff. We got 143 people in here, bro. This is, oh shit. This is crazy though. Like if you think about it, the fact that 100+ people are in here on like a Friday, like most people are at work right now. I bet if I did this on like a Sunday, like afternoon or something. Normally I upload my videos at 1 p.m. on Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. Favorite music artist? Yes, we are judging. That's a good question. I listen to a lot of genres of music. Main ones I listen to rap a lot. I listen to rap, EDM, and alternative. Those are the 3 main genres I listen to. And rap, I'm very cliche. I like Drake, I like Kendrick, I like Travis Scott, I like Denzel Curry. I feel like Denzel Curry has been so consistent for a long time now. But let's see. Yeah, those are like the main artists I like. Kid Cudi as well. I listen to him a lot. Not as much anymore, but I like his older stuff. Let me think who else. I feel like there's somebody I'm missing. I can't think of it right now, but those are the main artists I listen to. And then EDM specifically, a lot of people hate EDM music, which I totally get. Like it's a very acquired taste. It's kind of like when you're drinking beer and you're 16 and you're like, oh, this sucks. Like after a while, you start to like it. That's kind of how EDM was for me. But EDM wise, oh yeah, I like J. Cole a lot. Oh my gosh, bro, I might as well play solo. But EDM wise, I listen to a subgenre of EDM called trap music. It's very aggressive, kind of sounds like dubstep, I guess, but it's not. Okay, let me get the... Okay, let me just hope that this guy's going to play. If not, we might have to do like a different map. Let's see here. Let me see. JP, let me help you get jacked. How do you know I'm not already jacked, bro? Okay, really, bro? That's one thing I need to work on, bro. I feel like I have such a hard time finding balance with stuff. Like, I have a hard time, like, for example, I'll be on top of work, I'll be on top of YouTube, and then my diet and gym stuff slacks up. Or I'll be on top of my diet and the gym, and then, like, I feel like I slack on YouTube. It's, like, it's so hard to balance all that when you're working full-time, but That's the name of the game, bro. It's a grind. Rufus, not really EDM, I guess. No, Rufus Du Sol is fire. Like Rufus Du Sol and Odessa, two of my favorite artists of all time. Skrillex, of course, that's great. I see Zach57 in here, one of my other mods. Zach, what is good, bro? Let's see. All right, is this... I mean, if this man's not playing, bro, let's just... I feel like I should just leave. Let's leave and get a different group. What do you do in finance? I work as a senior financial analyst. I work in something called FP&A, which is basically just like a lot of forecasting, budgeting. You're presenting to like executives in the company, or you're making those presentations. So that's like the main thing I do. It's a lot of Excel work, a lot of PowerPoint. Obviously, AI is getting talked about left, right, and center. So, yeah, no, that's the main thing I do there, though. Let's see. Stream health. Okay, looking good. Viewer activity looking good. This is awesome. Let me see. What do we got here? Oh, perfect. Hey, Flawless. Thanks for putting that in the chat. More jacked. Odessa, bro knows ball. Yeah, no, I'm a huge Odessa fan. Huge Odessa fan. Like, I've seen them live like 3 times, bro, and they are so fire. Even if you don't like EDM music, I think you could still show somebody Odessa and they'd like them. Because, like, their production is so good. Where are you from, JP, ethnicity-wise? I am as white as it gets, bro. I am, like, straight up. I think I'm from, like, Scotland. I think that's my family, like, Scottish and Irish. But, yeah, nothing else. I wish I could say I was some cool foreign country. I'm not, bro. I'm as basic as it gets. I'm whiter than white. Have you tapped into the World Cup? I actually haven't. I'm not a big soccer guy. Not a soccer guy at all. One thing I will say, though, about the World Cup I've been seeing the past week, though, is... Bro's a wasp? What does that mean? But one thing I've been seeing the past week I've been loving, though, is all of the, like, Europeans and, like, people from Japan and all over the world coming to the U.S., and they love our food. Because our food is so goddamn unhealthy, it's fire. Like, I'm not saying, it's good that we have unhealthy food, but it's nice because that Italy video I made, people were not agreeing with my Italy take, but then all the Europeans come here and they're saying, oh, now I see the hype in America. They also love their air conditioning, which I don't blame them. Who doesn't? You into sports? Yeah, I'm very into sports. The main sports I like are basketball. I'm a huge Knicks fan, so that was awesome to see recently. I like basketball, baseball, football. And then, what else? Oh, yeah, tennis I watch a little bit. I know that's kind of a weird sport, but tennis low-key fire. Tennis kind of fire, bro. Football, not soccer. Okay, we're not doing that, bro. We're calling it football because I'm American, and that's what we call it. So, go to Walmart and dude thought he hit the holy grail. Yeah, no, like, that's the thing that's funny. Like, the casual stuff in the U.S. to us, like Walmart... Some people, like, they're going to Costco and they're, like, freaking out. They're like, this is amazing. Like, this is the coolest place on earth. Because it's so big. Everything's huge here. And just, like, honestly, Costco's just stacked. I just got a role as a financial analyst in real estate acquisitions. That's fire. Acquisitions, very nice, like, area to work in. Let me go get these extra 100 points. I just recently learned this map, so... John PP, join VC later. You want me to join voice chat on the Discord? Yeah, I can do that. That's no problem. Appreciate the donation, by the way, man. That's awesome. Dude, 137 people. This is lit. Okay, I got to stay near the guy that's got the... Let me see. Who's got this? The gobble gum over here. I'm trying to collect these dividends, bro. Okay, let's see. Johnny boy. Oh. We got ourselves quite a fiasco. How about when you guys open this door so we can get the dragon going? Which one's linear? Let's see. As a Spurs fan, congrats on y'all winning the final. Hey, appreciate you, bro. Honestly, the Spurs will be back. You guys had such a young team, bro. Like, you'll easily be back. Would not surprise me. Damn, $10 donation coming right in. What is good, bro? Appreciate that big time. We about to turn the fuck up for you, bro. Sorry, I'm getting loud. Hey, JP, I'm 18 and never finished school. Long story. I'm wondering if it's a good idea to get this job at a local credit union, no $24 an hour, or work towards furthering my education. I mean, I think that's definitely, this is interesting. Let me ask you this, and please do not donate again. You can just answer. I'll see it. What would you want to go into if you went to school? That's a question I think a lot of people are gonna a lot of people need to ask themselves when they go to college is like, well, is my major going to be worth it? If you're going to do something that's not going to pay out very well, do not go drop $80,000 on college. That's not a good idea. What I would say though, if this is possible, is maybe you could do that job and then I don't know, is that job the 24 an hour, is that full time or part time? Because if you could do that plus school, it's a grind. It's gonna suck, but it could pay off really well long term. So that's what I would say to that. But no, I appreciate the $10, man. That's awesome. You guys are. I'm surprised I'm even getting donos. You guys are dope. Flawless first time I ever heard JP raise his voice, and it wasn't at his wife. Shut up, Flawless. I don't have a wife, bro. I have a fiance. Okay, let's see. Yeah, community college is goated. Yeah, what are the jewel things? Can anybody tell me that? Oh, he said something financial related. Sorry. Oh, shit. No, you're good, man. There we go. Got the dragon out. But finance related, yeah. I mean, I would definitely, if you can do the job and get your degree, I think that is a great move. If that's not possible for you, I mean, I guess it depends. There's so many variables that play into this. Like, are you going to have to pay for college yourself? Could you get scholarships? Community college is a great idea. Whoever dropped that comment, I appreciate that. That's definitely a great move. Like, if you could work full time and do community college, and then you transfer to a 4-year and finish up, get that degree in finance, that is a goated move. Some of the stuff you guys are asking me, I would love to help you if I can, but there's so much like nuance and like details that I need. JP, good move or bad financial move to donate to your stream? I mean, if you want me to answer a question, the donations, I'm definitely seeing those, so I appreciate it. But, you know, if it's $5 and it gets your question answered, great. I'm trying to answer the questions too, but I mean, hey man, $5 adds up though. You got to be frugal. I'm not gonna expect any donations. That's for damn sure. The jewels are the Twitch equivalent of bits. Okay, that still, respectfully, that still doesn't answer much for me. Because I'm not a Twitch guy. I just watch clips of like random Twitch streamers, like Stable Ronaldo, and Lacey. Love your videos. I'm 23 and they've been great. I appreciate. Damn, a $20 donation. Los Angeles. Oh, that's Linear. Okay. Damn, Linear. Okay, appreciate you, bro. Let's go. Showing support. Linear got a new job. Linear is somebody that was in my Discord that was striking a nerve with people, so he's no longer in my Discord, but we still talk on Discord, just in a different server. Oh shit. Okay, I'm kind of quick scoping here. Let's see. A lot of multitasking going on. Okay, so Randy is Discord. Got it. Randy Beaks. That's an interesting name. We're just going crazy on the quick scoping right now. I need this dragon to like seal the hell up. No, $5 does add up though, bro. Like it obviously depends on your income situation, but like even for me, like I used to spend like, I went through a phase where I was going out to get food all the time, and then I stopped for like a month, and I was like, oh shit, this is saving me way more money. Like even spending $10 a day, $15 a day, $5 a day, that shit does add up. Anybody that watches Graham Stephan, you know that. He's like the biggest finance YouTuber, but he always talks about that. But he is extremely frugal. He is at a different level of frugality. What are your PC specs? I'm not on PC actually. I'm on a Mac. I know. Shame on me. Okay, death by $5 cuts. Yeah, no, the death by 1,000 cuts though. That's a real thing for sure. Let's get this last dragon so I can go get a bow. Okay, and we're gonna go for. I think someone's gonna beat me to. Oh wait, I need to look at the. I might go for the wolf bow. That might be the move. Okay, this will be the first one I hit. That's the first painting. I'm gonna do that. For now, we'll just chill here. Oh yeah, we'll get a little bit of extra money. No, there we go. Is this COD? Yes, this is Black Ops not Modern Warfare. This is Black Ops 3. Like you can never say Modern Warfare and zombies in the same sentence. It's a cardinal sin. I meant month. That's crazy. Somebody said a Mac is crazy. Damn, bro. All right. I've never been a PC guy, honestly. I like editing. I use Adobe. I like editing on there on Mac. I don't mind Mac, but honestly, PC probably would be better for me because I like Microsoft Excel a lot and I can't do any keyboard shortcuts on Mac. So I literally have to use Google Sheets, which is just AIDS. We still got 143 people, bro. Let's go. This is sick. How long have we been streaming for right now? Let's see. 35 minutes. Okay, this is goated. This is goated. Anyone know what game this is? This is Black Ops 3 I'm playing right now. Do you use a budgeting app? If not, how do you keep track of all your money? I can't figure out Excel. So I use a Google Sheets template, basically. That's how I keep track of all my money, which is very basic. But, Linear, you're killing me, bro. So I use Google Sheets, but I guess I can kind of leak this right now. I am dropping a software pretty soon where you can track all your investments, all your budgets, all your net worth. It's basically like the thing I use for my Road to a Million series, except it's like a way more polished version. It's a website. And yeah, I'm going to be dropping that early July. So kind of leaking that right now, but you know, it's going to come out in a few weeks. I'm still testing it. Still got a great software developer on it. I'll talk more about that later, but yeah, so that is where I'm going to be tracking like all of my budgeting and stuff. And it's honestly great. Like I've been loving it. Okay, let me see here. Okay, this thing should be done. Honestly, I'm so over this thing. Like be done, bro. Damn, I thought you only have to feed it 8. Okay, Linear, you can't be saying that stuff though, bro. How valuable is Excel on a resume? If you're working in finance, being really good at Microsoft Excel can help you so much, bro. Like that is, I hate to say this, but like honestly, that is what has helped me advance my career is just being good at Excel. Like at my previous job, I was working on these like huge projects that were like this huge, like basically it's called asset-backed securitization, where we would use like our assets and we'd use that as collateral to get these huge loans from like investment banks. And I was building out these huge models and shit. It was awesome. To the average person, that is so boring though. Like I'm super aware of that. But yeah, being good at Excel definitely helped me. And that helped me on my resume doing all that stuff, which then helped me land this current job. So, and the thing that's nice too is if you're on a team where a lot of people aren't good at Excel and you're in finance and you're good at Excel, you will stand out a ton. Like you will, okay, finally, okay, I need to get this bow. Let's go. We're going to go for the wolf bow. Oh, look at them already camping out by it. Fuck these people, bro. Grab this. I'm going to be so pissed. Oh, no. Did he already get... I'm going to be so pissed if he hit it. Oh, he is. He's going for the wolf bow. Oh, screw me, bro. Oh, my gosh. Oh, wait. I don't even... Bro, this is AIDS. Okay, can I even get... I'm not going to do the fire bow. I'm not doing the void bow. I'm not doing none of that crap. That's for sure. Oh, okay. Fuck this, bro. I'm going to just say it right now. I might have to go into a different game, guys, because I literally have no clue how to do... Oh, wait. I have mule kick. That's what's throwing me off. I have no clue how to do any of the other bows. I'm not doing fire. Definitely not doing the void bow with those dumbass little symbols. Oh, shit. Okay. Hey, we got another donation. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Also, if I, like, miss a donation, can you guys please let me know? Because if you guys are donating me money, I really appreciate it, man. I do not want to be missing any of that. I'm just trying to, you know, figure out these zombies. These guys suck, though, for doing that. That was lame. Might have to run a different map. Maybe just run Nocturne on Tote and just play something easy. Right now I'm going crazy on the quick scope. Okay, let me read your donation, though. Sorry. Okay, you said a 13.7 acre property by my parents and grandparents is about to go up for sale for $32,000. Damn. I have $75K in my 401k and only $1K cash. Should I get it? What would you do with the 13 acres? Like, that's the thing. One thing that's interesting with land is a very long-term play. Like, land can pay out great long-term, but I feel like land is like a 20-year holding period. So that stuff is that's honestly, I would probably just keep the money in the 401k if I were you. I mean, obviously not professional financial advice, you know, I'll try not to say that every time, but you guys get my point. I would probably just keep investing in your 401k unless if for some reason you think that land is going to skyrocket in value if a lot of people are buying land nearby, if there's developers buying land and you think, hey, 20 years from now this could be worth a bag, then I would get it. But I mean, if it's selling for 32K today, I'm assuming it's a very rural area. That's my assumption. I think that's a fair assumption. So let me see here. Should I withdraw from my 401k to buy strippers? No, bro. You should go get a girlfriend. Like, come on. Come on, bro. You got to go touch grass. JP, you're low-key making $50 an hour right now streaming. Well, that is goated. That is hyped. Part of the reason is because one of the guys from my Discord just donated a bunch of money just to be offensive on here. But, hey, Mr. Flawless, make sure you keep... Oh, what do you say? Don't listen to him. Let's see. Yes. I mean, land, I don't know. Land is a tough one because I feel like it's such a long-term play. I don't know. Depends how you view, like, if you genuinely do think the value of the land's going to go up over a long period of time or not. If you don't, like, I don't see why you do that when you can just go get 8 to 10% a year. Lots of LARPs in here. Okay. Thank you, Linear. Linear is definitely going to... LARPing is pretending to be something you're not. But there's actually like an OG meaning to LARPing, which is like when people would like dress up and like as like medieval people and like go fight each other. It's kind of weird. But there's a movie called Role Models that's pretty funny, where like the guy's really into LARPing, and it's the guy that plays McLovin in Superbad. Let's see. Oh, Flawless. What I was gonna say a second ago was if Linear starts saying offensive stuff, you're gonna have to ban him. So far, he hasn't been too bad, but I do appreciate the donations. This is awesome, bro. Yeah, live action role play. That's what it stands for. Hey, GP, what do you think about... oh, wait. Let me get this fire sale real quick. Oh, shit. Let's see. Hey, JP, what do you think about rising inflation and fears of interest rate hikes? That is one concern I've had for a little while now is... I made a video a couple of months ago talking about like what's really going on in the economy. And that's something I mentioned was us potentially going into stagflation where we have high inflation, but then the Fed has to increase rates to offset the high inflation so that people borrow less money, which then lowers inflation. But then the economy goes to shit because the Fed increases rates. So it puts the Fed in a really awkward spot. Because, like, basically in 2020, like, when we had COVID and everyone was indoors, the Fed cut rates to 0 to stimulate the economy so that people would want to borrow money. This is called counter-cyclical policy. Anybody that's taken a basic, like, macroeconomics class, you'll learn this. But, yeah, that I'm actually somewhat concerned about it. The main thing for me that I always just think about is I definitely do not want inflation because I feel like it is such a bad problem right now. But... yeah, like, I'm okay with the Fed increasing rates. At the same time, though, like, I just don't... My main thing is I just don't want people to, like, lose their jobs, as well as myself. Like, if our economy could collapse and everyone kept their job, I'd be pretty hyped for that, because then we could all just be buying the dip on the market. But that's not realistic. Let's see, what else are people saying? Don't be afraid of interest rate hikes. Yeah, I agree with that, Zach. I don't think people should be afraid of them. It's very normal. Like, it's normal for interest rates to go up and down. The fact that the rates get cut to 0, that's, like, the more rare thing. Let me get that real quick. I'm not going to be upgrading the bow on this one, which sucks. HVK, basically the same thing as the ICR. What up, JP? Killing it, bro. Hey, thanks. Hey, Strategic Law. You are one of the goated commenters, bro. I always see you in the comment section. Some of you guys, I like recognize the profile picture and the name immediately. It's awesome. Oh, now we have 152 people. Let's go, bro. Let me just get that nuke. They're going to be pissed about it. It's funny how motherfuckers are just asking for financial advice. Yeah, I mean... you guys have to realize I'm just a normal guy that likes finance. I'm not like a genius. I'm honestly just reciting a lot of basic finance stuff. Like a lot of the stuff I'm saying, you can just read in a couple of finance books. But yeah, I do obviously love finance. I work in it, talk about it all the time. Have the YouTube channel talking about finance. I also like talking about some life stuff on the channel too. But those videos don't do as well. I still sprinkle them in anyways because, you know, when you're in your 20s and you're trying to figure it out, shit is not easy, man. It's really not. Your 20s as a guy are like so much more challenging than people I feel like even understand. Let's see here. Let me look at the comments. JP to go. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate you. Book recommendations. Favorite bow under Eyes and Draw. I mean, the lightning bow is my favorite. People take it every time, so I normally go to the wolf bow. But I don't know the Easter eggs for the fire or the void bow because I didn't want to memorize all of them. I just memorized those two because I've only played this map for like a couple of weeks now. I didn't play this map back in the day, so I'm honestly still pretty new to it. Book recommendations. My favorite finance book ever is called Unshakable by Tony Robbins. I think it's either Unbreakable or Unshakable. I think it's Unshakable. That book you could read and it gives you about 90% of what you need to know to do well with money. I also like the Little Book of Index Investing. It's written by John Bogle, the founder of Vanguard. That's a great book. What else? I'm trying to think. There's a couple others. I can't think of. I've never read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I already know the concept of it. I don't really need to read it. JP, what would you tell your 17-year-old self? Oh, this is a good question. What would you tell your 17-year-old self knowing what you know now? One of the main things I would tell myself is to be patient with myself because I remember when I got out of college, like when I was 21, I remember being like, oh, I need to make way more money. I need to do this, this, and this. What I should have just been doing at 17, 18, 19 was just investing consistently. Like even little bits of money would have went a lot further. Instead of door dashing food and getting baked as fuck, I should have just honestly just been investing. But you know, you live and you learn. But back in college, man, that's what I was doing. But the main thing I would say is just to be very patient with yourself and, you know, try to just keep growing over time. But like, don't feel like shit about yourself if you don't get to where you want to be in a 6-month period or a 1-month period. Like it'll take time. It'll take a lot of time and a lot of patience. And the more patient you are with yourself, the less stress I think you'll have on yourself because then you're not sitting there putting a ton of pressure on yourself all the time. Oh, jeez. Sorry, I'm trying to read these, but we got the big boy over here. We got Mr. Electricity. Give me one sec, guys. Do you recommend Fidelity? Fidelity's great. I don't use Fidelity. I use M1 Finance for my investing, but Fidelity, from what I've seen, is great. The main thing I say is make sure that you can buy fractional shares. That's the biggest thing, because if the S&P, if VU is $600 a share, you don't want to have to save up $600 every time you own a share of the market. Like, that's such bullshit. If the brokerage you're using does not let you buy fractional shares, I would change brokerages. Unless if you're making a lot of money and you can invest $1,000 all the time, go for it. But that's one of the main things I would say. Honestly, to change brokerages normally doesn't cost much. It's like, I think like a $50 or $70 fee to transfer all your stocks. Because I used to be in Robinhood and then I transferred to M1 Finance. Yeah, Fidelity allows fractional. That's what I thought, which is part of the reason I like Fidelity a lot. The only thing with Fidelity I don't like is some of those sites, their UI is so ugly. Like, I understand why people really like Robinhood because it's so nice to look at. But at the same time, they just promote, like, a lot of short-term BS that I'm not a fan of. Thoughts on U.S. national debt? That's an interesting one because I feel like the U.S. has always had horrible debt, but I know it's just compounding year over year. I really hope they get it together, but I think a lot of people like to say that the debt's going to cause us to like collapse. I'm not sure if that's true. I need to read more about that. I really don't know a ton about how the U.S. national debt affects like the stock market or the economy specifically. But I mean, from what I've seen historically, if the U.S. has a really bad recession, the world gets beat up too. There are very few times where I've seen the U.S. do. I don't know if there's many times where the U.S. has done really bad economically and the world has not felt that. So hopefully they can get their shit together with that because that is ridiculous. Yeah, Robinhood UI is nice to look at, Zach. I think that's why a lot of 18-year-olds like it. Any books you recommend for stock market and finance? Yeah, Unshakable by Tony Robbins. I was just talking about that one. That one tells you a lot of like the basic stuff you need to know. And then it also talks about the psychology of it, which I think is a lot of it. People don't realize it, but like the psychology of like investing in finance, like that can affect you a lot, like knowing that stuff. Hey, thanks for the dono, Nino. Appreciate you, bro. Look at me with all my points over here. I use Robinhood for my stocks and Roth IRA. What do you say I should switch to something more reliable like Fidelity or Schwab? Schwab, I would not switch to because I don't know if Schwab has fractional shares. My parents use Schwab and I'm not huge on it. Robinhood, I would just say this. You don't need to transfer out of Robinhood if you don't fall for the bullshit. And the bullshit are the prediction markets. The bullshit is any type of short-term BS that they try to do. If you're doing a bunch of options trades and you're buying call options one day and you're trying to sell them, and guess what? They're expiring worthless. If you're trying to this is ugly. If you're trying to day trade stocks, if you're trying to do anything short-term and you feel like Robinhood is like influencing you with that, I would get out of Robinhood. If you feel like it's not and you're disciplined and you're investing long term, then just stay in it. I don't think you need to transfer out. That's kind of my take with it. But the prediction markets, that's something I'm really against because that to me is just another form of gambling. I feel like every year, every 6 months, there's just a new form of gambling that tries to like almost seduce 20-year-old men, bro. Like it's ridiculous. No Jug is ballsy. I didn't even buy any of these perks. It's because my teammates got the gobble gum that gives you like an extra perk. Like I normally would run Jug. Actually, I need to go get it right now. I don't even know if I can though, bro. Maybe I go down just so I can go get Jug. Let's see here. Schwab does have fractional shares. Okay, if they do have fractional shares, then yes, it's great. That's like the main thing I say. Is just as long as it has fractional shares. Okay, I know Jug is somewhere over here. Let me go. I think it's down here to the left because it's by the spawn point. Okay, there's the teleporter. JP, did you pursue a master's or something like that for your career? I actually did not. Some people say that you... Can I buy this? Oh, come on. Some people say that you need a master's in finance to like move up. I don't agree with that. I know a lot of people that are very high up that are like directors or like vice presidents that work in corporate finance, and they do not have masters. I think it's really your experience that does a lot of the heavy lifting. It's like your experience, the things that you learn, and like your ability to speak to that in interviews. That's what's going to get you to move up a lot. Can anyone drop the Discord link? Flawless, can you drop that for him? That'd be awesome. Yeah, the Discord just recently hit 5K members, bro. So that is lit. That literally just happened yesterday. So I'm loving this right now, though. This is awesome. Let me check my phone real quick. Let me see here. Sorry. Oh, shit. Dog round. This is not the time to be looking down. You probably heard me drop my phone just now. It's funny. One thing I was literally thinking about yesterday, though, is I might need to start talking more about, like, saving money and frugality. Because I know I talk a lot about investing. But, like, let me give you guys an example. Because this is just me going on a rant right now. I went to Kroger yesterday. And I made spaghetti and meat sauce for my fiance last night. And for both of us. And I go to Kroger and I get 1 pound of ground beef, 93.7, right? I get a pound of Italian sausage. I get one like block of Parmesan cheese. And then I like Coke Zero, so I got a Coke Zero and I got her a Sprite. Okay, both in the bottle. That shit cost $30, bro. 30. Like, that just pisses me off. I don't know. Like, I literally texted her after. I'm like, I can't go back to Kroger. And it is insane to me that people shop at Whole Foods and Sprouts. If you guys know what Sprouts is, equally as expensive as Whole Foods. I think it is the most, like, marketing BS ever. I actually don't think their food's higher quality. I think they just want to convince you that it is. I really don't. I don't know if there's any evidence behind that, but it drives me nuts. But it was crazy to me. I'm like, do I really... Like, I'm not in a position where I'm struggling financially, but do I really have to shop at like Walmart and Aldi just to get decent prices these days? Like, Aldi is goated with the pricing. I'll be real with that. I saw something recently that said Costco's the cheapest grocery store, but I don't even know if they factored Aldi in. I'm like, Aldi's got to be the cheapest. Yeah, Walmart for the win, bro. Even if I'm worth $50 million, I'm shopping at Walmart. Like, Walmart is goated. And if you don't like going into Walmart, which I understand why, you know, Walmart's got a real set of characters in it, you know. But I mean, even if you don't like shopping at Walmart, you can still use the app and just like go pick up stuff. So like you're still getting good pricing. But yeah, man, fucking Kroger drives me nuts. Costco is nice when you're buying in bulk. Yeah, Costco's good for bulk. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Like, I've seen some people, I'm a big steak guy. I've seen some people that they'll go to Costco and they'll buy like a huge slab of meat and then they cut off like like 14 New York strips, and like the cost per steak is like $7 or $8 or something like that. I'm like, that's a steal. But you do have to like seal it. You have to have like one of those like plastic things that'll seal the steaks, and then you freeze it. But still, that's pretty cool. Walmart equals goat. Message retracted. Aldi, yeah, Aldi's fire. Love Aldi. But yeah, man, groceries are like so expensive these days. It's like annoying. It's like, it actually pisses me off because in my mind, like when 2022 happened, I was like 23. Yeah, I was 23, and then I turned 24 later that year. And that was like the year where we had really high inflation, was back then. So it was like, okay, this sucks, it's rough. Like, I think it was like June or July of 2022, year over year inflation hit like 9%. And I remember thinking, okay, that was like a high inflationary time. We're not going to have that for a while. Yeah, no, it feels like this year we're right back in that shit. Maybe I'm wrong. Like the numbers, I don't know if they're telling that exact story, but I do think inflation is starting to go up, which is why the Fed held rates flat. And then the market, I think, sold off because of that. But yeah, no, it's brutal, bro. Honestly, I want to focus more on the chat right now. So I might leave this game because, I mean, they literally took my wolf bow, bro. Like, what am I going to do? I'm not doing the fire bow where I got to fly around and, shoot the rings as I'm in the air. I'm not doing that. Void bow, I already saw a guy doing that. Let me just out on these guys. Oh, I'm out. Look at that. Let's see here. Yeah, like Birdie, what he's saying here is a good comment. I work at Walmart right now as my first job, and they pay $4 more an hour than anyone else around me, and they have a 6% 401k match, and they offer discounted stock options. Like, that's kind of goated. I'm not saying we got to all go work at Walmart, because I know I've heard those jobs are miserable. There's a guy in our Discord named Sarge that works at it, but yeah, he has not spoken positively about it, but still, some of that stuff is nice. That's for sure. Okay, well, let's do a simple map. Oh wait, Ascension's kind of goated. I don't know if I can get people on Ascension. I don't think so. But yeah, drop me any questions you got. Thoughts on Acorns? Acorns I've not used at all. I like the concept of Acorns. I like where it's like, I think what Acorns does, correct me if I'm wrong, it only rounds up. So if you spend like 95 cents, it'll round up to $1 and it'll invest the 5 cents. I like that concept. My question with Acorns is, can you choose your own investments? Like if I wanted to buy VU, can I do that with Acorns? Because if not, I don't want to do it. So like that's my main thing. I know they have like options where it's like you can have like an aggressive investing style, or you can have like, a certain investing style with it. But like I want to know, can you like invest in things you want to invest in? Like if you want to buy an ETF that's more growth focused and more tech focused, can now? Okay. Thanks for answering that, Sean. Josh, was JP stand for it? Those are my initials. JP is. Everyone calls me John Pork, or a lot of the people in my Discord love to call me Jewish person finance. I'm not Jewish though. I'm just a normal Christian guy. But thank you, Linear. I appreciate you. Linear got a new job and now he's balling out. Linear got a job recently, making a little more money an hour. Now he's dropping hella donos. Give me one sec, guys. Damn. Yeah, no, when I was talking to I talked to like Pauly Walnuts and Wylearn somewhat frequently. We talk quite a bit, and they were telling me, they're like, yeah, man, when you're streaming, like you got to be on the whole time. I'm understanding that. This is awesome though. For anybody watching, really appreciate it, man. Gulping that water loud as fuck. Damn. It's actually not water. I'm drinking a white Monster right now. This shit slaps. Yeah, Linear's not being frugal with his money. You're right. JP, pin the Discord link I sent. Let me see here. Where is it? Maybe, actually, let me just do... I have the Discord link. Give me one sec. Let me put it in here for you guys. Because I always put this one in my pinned comment. Boop. Can I pin that? Yeah, pin. There we go. Could you do a vid on job interviewing tips? I actually have a video on that. Let me go find that and link that for you. Give me 1 second. Let me find it. It's one of my worst performing videos, but I don't care because I'm glad I made it. Let me find it. It was a while back too. Let me see here. I'll get into a new game in a second, guys. Give me 1 sec. Share, copy link. Let me go back to the live stream. Paste the link. Boom. There you go. That's the link right there for the job interviewing. The fucking go. Hey, appreciate you, bro. We gonna get more streams in the future? Yeah, you're definitely getting more streams in the future. I made it to like 6 final rounds and no offer. What's going on here? What is going on there is the company is probably being annoying with you, and the company is probably trying to figure out if they want to hire at all now or not. I've actually had that happen to me, and it's really frustrating. Let me go back here. Let me do this. Come on, get me into a decent game. You know what I'm going to do real quick? I'm going to throw in World at War. Oh, hey, appreciate the dono, Noller. Let me read this. Is selling my RSUs to max my Roth IRA a good idea? I work at Amazon. Their stock doesn't even out. Yeah, I think that's not a bad idea at all. Yeah, I mean, Amazon's a great company. I don't think they're going anywhere long term, but I think buying the S&P 500 with some of like your company stock is not far-fetched at all. Unless if for some reason, unless you work at a company that's been ripping, like been doing really, really good, but how much do I need for an emergency fund? You want to normally have between 3 to 6 months of expenses saved up. If you're more conservative, you could do 6 to 12 months. Depends on your risk tolerance there. I'm going to put in World at War, and we're going to run the OG Nocturne Totem, not the Black Ops 3 one. Give me 1 sec, guys. Probably hear that Xbox opening. Let me see. Yeah, I got COD 4 in right now. I'm going to swap out. Do you think the market will crash anytime soon? I don't like to try to predict when the market's going to crash, but I'm going to be real with you guys. Yeah, I feel like it has to crash eventually. Like, I don't think we're going to do like the late 90s where we have 5 years of just green, green, green. Maybe we do, but it would not surprise me if we had a crash in the next 1 to 3 years. Do I think it's going to? I don't really know. I do know the market is kind of around a higher point if you look at a lot of the valuations of companies and just the S&P 500. So it wouldn't surprise me if we did, but we could also have a period where it's like not even a brutal crash, but it's just a long drawn out crash, like where the market drops 20% or like 30%, but it's over a 2-year period. It's like super long and drawn out. I could see that happening as well. Xbox sounds, I just got chills. Yeah, you can hear me opening the disc up here. Throwing World at War in. Let's go. And then should be able to just jump over there. Yeah, man. So that's one thing that does suck in regards to your boy, bro. I don't remember the last time I grabbed a disc and I got everything digital now. On my, what was I going to say? Oh, I bought like the newer Xbox and I was super hyped about it. And then I was like, oh shit, I can't even put a disc in here. I was like, this sucks. And so then like sometimes I switch off between the newer Xbox, was the Series X, and then my older Xbox One. I don't know which one that is, but okay, I know you always say dollar cost averaging is better than lump sum, but would it be a bad idea to save all the money I have right now for investing for? So great question here, Birdie. There's a couple things I want to speak to on that. The first thing is I would not save up money for a market crash because you don't know when the crash is going to happen. Like what you don't want to do is you don't want to save up money for the market to crash and then the market goes up 80% and then it crashes 20. Like you would have just been better off just buying the whole time. You know what I mean? So because we don't know when the market is going to crash, you don't want to do that. The next thing I would say to that is in regards to dollar cost averaging versus lump sum. Sometimes people get this confused because dollar cost averaging just means investing consistently. Lump sum means throwing all your money in at once. Lump sum statistically does better than dollar cost averaging. Like if you have $10,000 right now, investing it immediately, I think it's like 67% of the time will do better than you spreading it out. But so my point here though is that you should just invest as much money as soon as possible. That is what I normally do. If you have a really large sum of money, like if you have like, 30, 40, 50K, if you want to spread it out, I totally understand that. But one thing people misunderstand when we talk about lump sum versus dollar cost averaging is you want to get your money in the market as soon as possible. but some people will save up money for a long period of time and then they dump it all in. So, for example, instead of investing $1,000 a month, they'll save $1,000 a month, and then in December they'll invest 12,000. That is not lump sum investing. I mean, it is. You are putting a lump sum, but in that case, it's better to just invest consistently. So sometimes people get that mixed up. I'm not saying you do, but um, let's run some Derice. Derice would be fire. Come on, get me in a match here. There we go. Me and Irish lad pulling up. We got the Irish lad. Let's see here. Yeah, so that's my take on the dollar cost averaging versus lump sum. Yeah. Series X messed up. Stopped supporting backwards compatibility game. Yeah, I noticed that too. Like sometimes I'd be playing Series X and I can't connect to the Black Ops 2 servers on multiplayer, but I can connect to zombies. It makes no sense. So then I have to go back to my older Xbox One to do that. So my current portfolio right now, Brett, let me pull this up for you. Market's closed today. So let's see here. So right now, portfolio value is 175,209, 76% VU or the S&P 500, 17% SCHD, 8% VUG. And then I've just been buying the S&P 500 all year long. Pretty sure the BO2 servers are just fucked in general. You're probably right. Like, that probably is, honestly. That's probably it. But, 160 people in here. What's crazy to me right now with the concurrent viewers is that, like, it's staying around the same number. Like, that's kind of fire. I was expecting it to go down where I'd get, like, I don't know, 100 people or 50 people, and then it drops back to, like, 20 or something like that. But, no, this is awesome. This is legit. Hey, JP, big fan. Hey, thanks, David. Appreciate you, man. Let me see. Somebody asked something here. Let me find it. Okay, come on, bro. Come on, Kin Bob. Let's ready up, brother. Did you see that they're adding prediction markets to Wealthsimple in Canada? Yeah, that's insane. I did not see that, but that's crazy. How do you record gameplay? Bro is viewer cost averaging. That's pretty funny. Having like 2K invested at almost 16 with making $300 a month is good. Yes, that is phenomenal, bro. Like, if you have even $1,000 invested at 16, like, you're way ahead of people. Because I didn't start investing until I was 21. So, like, if you think about that, if you're investing at 16, you're going to be way further than I am at 27, honestly. Yeah, no, appreciate you guys popping out for me, man. Who are your favorite underrated commentary YouTubers? Not so obvious ones like Paulie and Wylearn. I haven't been watching a ton of YouTube besides, like, I watch a lot of people, like, in my niche, but one that I liked for a while, I hope he still makes videos, this guy named Jamari. Jamari's got some good shit. I like him quite a bit. Who else? I don't know if, let me see. I don't know if I have a lot of other, oh my gosh, come on, bro. We just got in the game. Why did it already end? I don't know if I have a lot of other commentary channels. I'm trying to think. Let me think here. I mean, the other channels I watch mainly are JJ Buckner. I like him a lot. I've been watching him for years though. I can't really think of many others. I mainly just watch people in my niche. What are your favorite CODs ranked through 5? Number 1 Call of Duty for me is Modern Warfare 2. Without a doubt, that's number 1. Number 2 is probably Black Ops 2. Number 3, maybe this is me being an unk. I apologize. But probably going to be COD 4, Modern Warfare 1. Loved that game. And I actually had that in my recent video. I think that could be a part of the reason my recent video is doing decent is because some of the unks are coming out for it, man. And by unks, I mean anybody over the age of 25. Because I guess that's old these days. Whatever. But COD 4 is number 3. Number 4, probably Modern Warfare 3. I was a big Modern Warfare guy, if you couldn't tell. And then number 5, I'd probably say is Black Ops 1. Now, if we're talking zombies maps, it's a whole different conversation. Black Ops 3 is probably my favorite for zombies, but I also had never played Black Ops 4 zombies. Modern Warfare 2019, bro, that is a valid complaint, calling that criminal gravy. I get you on that. But yeah, I mean, Modern Warfare 2019 came out for me in a great time because that was right before COVID, and I was a senior in college then. So like I said earlier, man, I was just getting stoned as hell. and just playing Modern Warfare. I was so goated at Warzone for a while. I even had, I don't think I've mentioned this before. I even had a TikTok page where I talk about like good classes to use on Warzone. That shit popped off. I had a couple of videos get like 1 million views. So yeah, no, I loved Modern Warfare 2019. In my opinion, was the last time Call of Duty was good. Besides that, I've not. I didn't even play Black Ops. Was it Black Ops 7? Didn't even play that. Black Ops 6. I think I played for a week. That's the problem. Is I used to have like friends that would convince me to get the fuck stuttering over here. I used to have friends that would convince me to get the new CODs, and then yeah, at this point, and then we just stopped playing it after 2 weeks. And I'm like, I'm not gonna keep doing this, guys. Like this is bullshit. COD died last gen. What capture device do you use for? Okay, so for a while to capture my gameplay, I was actually streaming on Twitch through Xbox. Like, there's a feature you can use to go do that. Now I have a capture card. I just have an Elgato, so that's how I'm recording here. So yeah, that's how I'm doing that. And then that's why I can now stream, is because I recently got the capture card. So you guys might have noticed in like my more recent videos, the gameplay is a little smoother. The quality of the gameplay is the same. It's still 1080p, but the reason it's smoother is because I'm now filming at 60 frames per second instead of 30. So it looks just a little bit smoother on that, which is kind of cool. Why do you hate silver and gold so much? I don't hate silver and gold. I just don't think people understand that it's for like wealth preservation. If you have millions of dollars and you have some money in silver, I get that. But like if you're trying to like build wealth, I don't think silver and gold are the move. Sure, they've done well the past 5 or 10 years, but I mean, they will have periods where they sit flat for 10, 15 plus years. Like, I'm not investing in something that can do that. And like, don't get me wrong, I understand the S&P 500 had a period where it was basically flat, like the lost decade. But I mean, I think there's a few other times that happened. But I mean, for the most part, I just like the market more because I feel like it's just a better return. I don't know. It's better for like growing wealth and not preserving it. So I'm not trying to prioritize that right now. Okay, we got to get over there. Let's see here. I'm 24, have a 401k with $11,000, and Roth 3k zero debt. Is it normal that I feel behind? Yes, that is very normal that you feel behind, because I think everybody feels behind when, especially when you're in your early 20s. Super normal to feel. You're actually not behind, man, because most people, what a lot of people forget is that like when you're like 23, 24, 25, most people around your age that went to college are in student loan debt. So like their net worth is way lower because they have a $80,000 loan they're just starting to pay off. So if you have zero debt, I'm pretty sure if you have zero debt and like literally $1,000 in your account, you're ahead of most people. I don't know if that's a fact, but like from what I've read online, that's my understanding. Hey, Paulie, what's good, brother? The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Walnut in here, Mr. Nut. What is your plan for your wealth whenever you turn like 40 or 50? Bro, I'm trying to retire as soon as possible, man. But yeah, I mean, my plan is honestly just to retire, travel the world, enjoy life, maybe volunteer, do some stuff. I don't know, just really embrace life, but I'm still trying to enjoy things along the way. That's something I even talked about in like kind of a recent video. Is I struggle with like enjoying stuff while I struggle with living in the moment and enjoying stuff, because I'm like, oh shit, I just spent $100 on a dinner with my fiance. That money compounded over this amount of time. Like, I hate doing that, but like gotten better about it. But I don't know. I feel like also at a certain point, you can still invest. Like, it's always good to be investing consistently. But once your portfolio touches a certain amount, the extra money you're adding in, it definitely helps, but it helps less because the compounding is just taking over at that point. Like, the snowball is so big, you're not adding much to the snowball when you deposit money. I'm not saying to not deposit, but like if your portfolio is at 1.5 million, it goes up 10% in that year, that's 150 grand. If it goes up 20%, that is $300,000 in your pocket. Like, I mean, or in your account at least. So if you're investing $20,000, but your portfolio is going up 300,000, don't get me wrong, you're still helping, but the snowball is just kind of on its own. So that's the main thing, is trying to get that snowball to that point. Yeah, Paulie in the house. Let's go, bro. That's awesome. See here, we got 173 people. Damn, we're starting to ramp up. Hopefully I can clutch up here. I'm just going to be sitting on the catwalk for the next 30 minutes. Gooning on the catwalk. Should I contribute to my 401k if my company match is non-contributory? What does the non-contributory mean? Sorry, I'm stupid, man. What does that piece mean? Like it's not vested? Let's see here. This guy said, "Hey JP, I asked about Acorns. Let's see, because I have about 34K in my investment, about 9K in my Roth. Should I keep going in Acorns or should I move brokerages?" I mean, if Acorns is working for you, man, I don't think you need to deviate from it. That's one thing I want to say, just to be like super clear here, is like if you guys are doing something that's working great for you, like stick to it. You don't have to do what I say. Like it's personal finance. Like that's why it's called personal finance. It's different for everybody. Like for me, like I would never pay off a house with a low interest rate. Some people would because it makes them feel better. They sleep better at night. They don't have to worry about losing their job because their monthly expenses are so much lower because their house is paid off. Like that's perfectly fine. That's you got to do what's best for you, you know. Thoughts on BizPath and Early Exit? I like both of their channels, man. BizPath is a beast. I mean, that dude's just worth $1 bajillion. He is just a money making machine. Early Exit's really cool too. I like his editing style a lot. So yeah, no, I like both of them. I think, I mean, BizPath and I will occasionally comment on each other's stuff. Early Exit, I know I've seen him comment occasionally. So no, they're cool. Yeah, I've never heard non-contributory either. Do you play on PC? No, I play on Xbox. I'm just running it on Xbox. Got the day off, man. Juneteenth. Let's see here. What else we got? Okay, this is a good question. JP, what figure in your portfolio do you see for retirement? What amount will you be happy with living off of yearly returns? Okay, this is a great question. I don't have a set number yet, but I can give you a range. And I'll explain why I'm giving you a range in a second. The range for me is going to be probably somewhere between $3 to $5 million. The reason I don't want to give a set number is because I know that my finances are going to be different 15, 20 years from now. Like, am I going to have kids? What stage of life are the kids in? Are they 15 years old or are they 19 and, you know, in college? Or maybe they're even out of college at that point and living like on their own. Like, I don't know what that's going to look like, but I would say that's probably going to be my range. Also, what I'm going to do is, and I'll make a whole separate video on this, is my plan. Oh shit, we got dogs. My plan is to honestly probably transition to dividend stocks the last couple of years. I don't want to deal with something called sequence of return risk, which basically means if your first couple of years of retirement, when you start selling your investments, if the market has a couple of bad years and your portfolio drops, then you may run out of money quicker. And I don't want to deal with that. I used to be a dividend investor. I love dividend investing. I know it like the back of my hand. So yeah, that is something like I will probably transition to when I want to retire. I want to have just a consistent cash flow. I don't want to have to sell stock to pay it. And don't get me wrong, you can still do the 4% rule and do a traditional retirement. There's nothing wrong with that. And you can still avoid sequence of return risk by selling stock. You just have to make sure that, you know, you're well equipped with in regards to your risk, like maybe have more money in bonds. But for me, I love the dividend route. So that's probably what I transition to. So if I had like, let's say a $4 million portfolio, let me do this quick math here. $4 million portfolio and I'm pulling out 3% a year. What's that? 120 grand, 0.03. Yeah, not even pulling out 3%. If I'm getting a 3% dividend every year on that, like I would be very happy. 120 grand. And the nice thing too is that when you're fully living off that income and you're retired, then it's not going to be it is taxed, but it's not taxed up until a certain amount, like a really large amount. I think it's like 90 something thousand dollars if you're married, which is crazy. Hey, Avery Yaps, you're in here. What's good, bro? I love your channel. You got some fire content, bro. Appreciate the support. Damn, we're at 188. We're ramping up in this bitch. Oh, let's see. Vardu. Hey, bro, I love your videos. I watch them all. Hey, thank you, man. Appreciate it. JP, would you reinvest all your dividends into the same stock or do you pocket it? I always reinvest dividends. There's a very good chart I would recommend looking up, and that is looking at like the S&P 500 with dividends reinvested versus not dividends reinvested. It is a huge difference. Like dividends make up a huge percentage of total return. People can hate on dividends all day long. I love it. I think it's awesome. Hey, another donation. Donovan Brown. What's good, bro? Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Hey, JP, I just finished my bachelor's in May. I did not do any co-ops because I was doing National Guard to pay for schooling. Any tips to find a job? one of the main things I would say in your position is you want to get experience. And so what I would try to do is, even if you found a job that's maybe a little more entry level, it depends what your bachelor's is in, but if you could find a job that maybe it's not a high up job, maybe it pays okay money, but if it can get you good experience, I would recommend trying to do that. That way you can kind of stack the resume, get some good experience there, and then try to like move up from there. And maybe you stay at the same company and you get promoted there once or twice, and then you transition to like higher up jobs or whatever you have to do. But the main thing I would say is you want to get experience, even if it's at the low levels. You want to be able to get a lot of good experience and be able to speak to it. And then once you stack your resume with that, you're going to be in a really good position. Why do channels like yours only focus on COD B-roll? I'm not against playing something other than COD, but I think people just like the nostalgia of COD. To be honest, I don't really play many other games. I mean, I used to play Rocket League, but not as much. There is one game that would be fire to play. I don't think it would do well on my channel, but I wouldn't mind doing it. Left 4 Dead 2. Oh no no no! Oh my, damn it! Left 4 Dead 2 though, that game is so goated. If you guys have ever heard of that. What do you think about starting small, like $200 a month? $200 a month, man, is perfect. You can get yourself into a great position with $200 a month. Let's see here. JP, have you ever dealt with M&A? No, I've never done mergers and acquisitions. Is currently going through a sale process, and it sounds like severance package versus moving on next company will be the two options. Any tips? Actually, sorry, I did not fully read your question here. I have dealt with M&A. I thought you meant like through my job experience. My previous company I worked for got acquired by another company, and luckily I had like a year and a half before the acquisition went through. The second you find out your company is getting acquired, you should start looking for a new job. Because what happens a lot of times, and this is just my opinion, some people may disagree, but what happens a lot of times is they'll go, yeah, we're actually going to be getting rid of your team. It just doesn't really fit with our synergy. They're going to hit you with some corporate jargon bullshit. So the second you find out, if you're working for the company that's getting acquired, I would start looking for a new job as soon as possible. Even if you think there's going to be some retention bonus or some severance payout, I would not do that. I just wouldn't. I don't think it's a good move. And job security is like one of the most important things to me. So hey, appreciate the dono, Jaden. Can you explain dividend investing and the benefit? Yeah. So dividend investing is basically where you buy a stock or an ETF, and instead of, I'm trying to think how to explain this. The company is going to make profits, right? And they have cash left over, and they can do what they want with the cash. They can pay down debt. They can make acquisitions. They can invest into R&D. They can do whatever they want to try to grow the company. They could buy back shares. And so what a dividend is it's a company's way of saying, hey, maybe we've already put money into other things, or maybe we just want to reward the investor for owning the stock. So we're going to pay you a dividend, which is just, in my opinion, it is the purest form of passive income. Like the only thing you need to make dividend income is money. You don't have to save up for a down payment and buy a rental property. You don't have to do any type of loans. It's not like, a private loan or anything like that. It is just truly passive income. And then the companies that you invest in, they will pay an annual dividend. They announce that normally once a year, and they pay it out quarterly. So they'll pay it out either January, April, October, and was it 1, 4, 7, 10? Oh yeah, so January, April, July, and October, or they pay 2, 5, 8, 11, or 3, 6, 9, 12 in regards to the months. But yeah, that is how a dividend works basically. It's a company's way of saying, hey, we have this extra cash. Either we've already reinvested back into the business, or we don't have a ton of areas where we want to invest back in the business, so we're going to pay you out a dividend. Typically, dividend paying stocks are older companies that are more matured, but there are some dividend growth companies where they pay a small dividend and the dividend growth rate is really high, like 10, 15, 20%. And that's when it can be very nice, because although your income starts out small, it grows very quickly. But for me, I do not focus on dividends right now. I used to. That used to be like the whole thing I was into. So I mainly just focus on growth at this point. Oh, hey, Rad Russian, bro, I love your channel. I need to watch your video about being stuck in the storm, because it looked like there was a tornado in the thumbnail, and I've recently gotten very into like tornado shit on TikTok. I actually love your channel. It's fire. Do you live in a high cost of living area? I currently do in Toronto, which gives me a high paying job, but I always debate moving back to smaller hometown, which would mean lower pay. It's kind of hard for me to answer this because in my opinion, I live in a low cost of living area, but in regards to the US, I guess it would be like a medium cost of living area. I'm from California, so everything to me feels like low cost of living since I don't live there anymore. I'm from like Northern California, like outside of Sacramento area. So yeah, I would say I'm in like a medium cost of living area, and that is a tough trade off. Is like you can go to a higher cost of living area, but the wages are higher. It's basically like, do the wages are the wages going to be worth it for the increased cost of living? If they're not, then just stay where you are, go back to where you are. Okay, this is a great question, Kalshi. Oh, Mr. Kalshi. I think he's my man from the Discord here. I've been in the market 6 years. How many of that was individual stocks and the transition to ETFs? I can't give you an exact number. I want to, but it's hard for me because I started out doing individual stocks, then I started to buy ETFs, and then ETFs became like 50 something ish percent of my portfolio, and then I fully switched to ETFs. But I would say the first 6 months I was all individual stocks. The next couple of years, like I'd say probably what 4.5 years or so, I've almost been a full year fully ETF. So 6 years. Okay, so about 4.5 years, I would say it was a mix of individual stocks and ETFs. And then the almost the last year or so, I've been all ETFs because I did that transition back in August. Oh, you're going down, bro. Didn't even grab the max ammo. What was that? But yeah, that's my breakdown there. Yo, I'm in SAC. Hey, what's good, bro? Shout out to the 916. The Kings are in the Kings are in hell right now. How long did it take for traction on your channel? Took like 4 months or so. But one thing a lot of people don't know, and I did just kind of talk about this a second ago, was I used to be really into dividend investing. So I had a previous channel, you guys, where I posted for like 3.5 years straight, and that channel grew to 6,700 subs. I remember that very specifically. And yeah, I mean the channel was like it was decent. I enjoyed making the videos, but I ended up accidentally deleting the channel. And this was actually something that was very frustrating at the time because YouTube, basically YouTube for some reason connected my email to that channel as well as a second channel that I had that I didn't really post much on. And when I went to make this channel, I was going to have my dividend channel as the main one, and then I was going to have this one as a backup. And so I went to delete an old second channel, and for some reason it deleted the main dividend channel too. So then I was like, all right, you know what? Screw this. I'm just going to go all in on this channel right now because I had already been making 2 videos a week for a couple of years. So that's why like I'm very, I guess, comfortable with this, and I somewhat understand the algorithm. I'm not going to say I understand it perfectly because I don't, but yeah, that's kind of my background on YouTube. So I've been doing this for a minute, honestly. And even before that channel, I had another channel where I just talked about like broad level finance stuff. But that one, I didn't even understand YouTube at all. The dividend channel, oh my gosh, I'm getting beat up. The dividend channel, I definitely understood it more, at least somewhat. But one thing that's interesting too with YouTube is like, depending on the niche you're in, like even if you're the best person, even if you're like the best creator in that niche, they can only be so big. I've kind of noticed that. This is a good question. Oh, let's get that max ammo. All right, let's get that. Great question here. So he said, since there's so many finance creators and the niche is extremely oversaturated, why do you think you were still able to break through? I don't know. I think part of it is me understanding YouTube and the algorithm and what works and what doesn't. I think the other part of it is, I would say, I don't know. I would say, I mean, it's just a mixture of me talking about finance and COD and stuff, but I think it's because some of the stuff I say is just kind of relatable. Like some people out there will literally tell you like, oh, you shouldn't start investing until you know, are making 10 grand a month or making 50K a month or whatever. Like, I don't believe that at all. I think you can build wealth on a very low salary because I did. Like when I started out investing, I was driving for DoorDash in 2020 during COVID. I was still investing like 100, 200 bucks a week. And like, I'm grateful that I went through that phase because it really did teach me that like even investing small amounts can add up a lot. God dang it, bro. The World at War zombies, you get slapped like twice. You get touched by a fingernail and you get your ass beat. It's crazy. This guy said, been watching since the start of the stream at work. Thank you for me. Hey, appreciate you, bro. Your video about learning to live more in the moments is something I'm currently struggling with. Partly because of money and partly because of anxiety around living in a new area. No, it's definitely relatable, man. I definitely have been in that position. Look at my ass dying twice in this week. What are your thoughts on crypto? That's a question I get pretty often. I should probably make a video on it. Crypto, I don't put a ton of money into. I'm not like a, it's not that I'm against crypto, but I believe that crypto goes up from that. The only reason crypto goes up in value is because somebody's willing to buy it at a higher price. And somebody may counter argue that and go, well, aren't stocks the same way? Stocks aren't, because there's intrinsic value. We can all agree that Apple is a real company that sells an iPhone that makes real cash. Okay. Crypto, I truly think, just goes up off of greater fool theory. With that being said, I'm okay with putting a very small amount of my money into crypto. And the way I do that is by dollar cost averaging through basically like this Coinbase credit card. Now, I'm not going to say the rewards are great. It's like 2% cash back, but it's instead of cash, it buys Bitcoin for me. It dollar cost averages into it. So that's, I mean, I only have like, I think around $500 or $600 in Bitcoin. It's really not much, but I did just get that card back in like, I think October, or maybe a little bit before then. So that's my take on crypto. Hey, Cairo, thank you, man. Tulip bulbs. Yo, yeah, if you're talking about the, oh, what is it? The big like tulip, what was it? There's some economic thing that happened like a long time ago where like tulips became super overvalued, and there's like a whole tulip market, and that shit crashed. I remember learning about that in econ. That was interesting. Hey, Dead, appreciate it, man. Appreciate the content, COD, and finances. Absolutely helps me focus on what you're saying because I'm seeing it on the screen. Also dope as well. Thank you, man. Hey JP, huge fan, just started investing, and I started to watch your videos on your financial advice. I just wanted to say thank you. Also, what are your thoughts on the upcoming Modern Warfare 4? I have not watched anything on Modern Warfare 4. I've kind of given up on the newer CODs because every year, yeah, Tulip Mania. Sorry, I'm all over the place. Tulip Mania, that's what it was. But I've kind of given up on the CODs because I feel like every year we go through this exact same cycle where it's like, oh, new COD trailer drops. It's going to be so cool. And then COD comes out, people get hyped on it, and then like within a month, everyone's off of it. No one's playing it anymore, and it's like, all right, like why did we hype this up? We do this every single year, you guys. Like, why are we still buying these games? Yeah, everyone's given up on COD. Yeah, no, I agree. And also, like, I'm just gonna be real. I think the developers, I don't know about this newest COD, but at least the last one, when I'm seeing that trailer and it's just a bunch of like blue-haired women talking about the cat cafe, I'm like, yeah, I'm not playing that game. That shit sounds horrible. Like, are we even talking about the same video game? Like the game started out, I mean, look at me, I'm playing World at War right now. We're talking about Nazis that are zombies, right? Like that's some shit that I like. You could tell the developers back in the day really took their times on the maps, and they genuinely did play the game and like the game. I'm not feeling that way anymore. Yeah, I did see Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 coming to PS5. That's pretty awesome. Alrighty, let's see here. Thanks for making these vids, man. How long does it take you to put together a video on average, from scripting, research, recording? I would say one video for me. I mean, when I'm recording, it's just me playing Xbox for an hour usually, or like 30 minutes. I'd say probably like 5 hours, 6 hours usually, just between like making the outlines, like trying to, figure all that stuff out, recording the video. Sometimes I'm doing like research on stuff to make sure like what I'm saying, like if I make a claim on something, I have a screenshot to back it up, or have like a good source I can back it up with. So I'd say probably around 6 hours for one video. So then if I'm doing 2 videos a week, about 12 hours a week, I'd say. If I were to guess, sometimes that changes. I'm going to be real, the not financial advice videos, those ones take a lot longer because I'm normally trying to like, some of you guys have very specific situations. So I'm trying to make sure I'm like looking at, okay, yeah, they could do this, this, and this. I'm trying to make sure I like give you your best options, So those take longer because I also have to like transcribe the voicemails in Premiere Pro, and then I have to like add in like the subtitles and some of that stuff, which some of that stuff is easy, but it just takes a little while to edit it. To also make sure the audio quality is good, because I use Google Voice for that. And just to be clear, that's not my real phone number. I think some people think that, but like I just use Google Voice. So, but no, I'm glad you guys like those videos. I'm at work right now. Love the videos. I appreciate you, bro. The economy is killing me right now. How do you cope, JP? Bro, you're gonna have to get frugal as fuck. Like, I honestly think that's probably the best cope if you're like somebody making 50, 60, 70K a year. Either get some goddamn roommates, or like figure out a way to lower your expenses, because I agree the economy is rough right now. I was just complaining about that like 30 minutes ago about how I went to Kroger yesterday. I got a couple of things and it was like $30. It's like insane. What do you think of Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2 being ported? Hopefully they port on Xbox as well to fix hackers. I think it's awesome, man. I think I think they're realizing like, oh wait, the older CODs are still have a lot of, a lot of fans. People are missing the old CODs. We should port them. So I think that's great, honestly. Hopefully it does come back to Xbox as well. How big of a backlog do you have in the not financial? I actually don't have any like videos in the chamber on not financial advice. Normally what I do with that is I go through the voicemails and I figure out, which ones stand out to me. Some of them I do want to help you guys, but there's this one video I have where it's talking about like what order should you invest your money in. That video answers most of the voicemails. If people just go, I need to edit my channel so that people can go see that when they first click on it, because that's like the first video I'd recommend to a lot of people. And even that video, I'm just recommending the financial order of operations that the Money Guy show does. So, oh great, we got disconnected. Okay, love that. Would you invest if you lost your job? No, probably not. You ever played any MMOs, bro? Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so I used to play Borderlands. I loved that game. Back in the day when I was in like elementary school, I played World of Warcraft. The game was fire. But yeah, no, I played World of Warcraft. I was a night elf hunter. Borderlands is another game. I'm trying to think if there's any others. I think those are the main ones I played. But yeah, if I lost my job, I would not invest. What are your thoughts on quantum computing? I'm a super average guy, man. I don't even know what that means. I'm dumb as hell, bro. No clue what you're talking about. Like I've heard of quantum computing, but I couldn't tell you. I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend to be knowledgeable on it. I have no information on it at all. What do you think your biggest sub milestone was for you when you knew your channel was breaking through? Was it 5K, 10K? I did not touch RuneScape. Stance with that. I've never played RuneScape. I had some friends that did. For me, the biggest thing where I knew my channel was breaking through was at the end of December last year, right around Christmas time. I had a video that started to pop off, like bigger than any other video I've ever made. And I went from like 10K. I literally went from like, I don't know, I think it was like 2K subs to 10K in like a week. And then I went from 10K to 25K in like another week. So like at that point I was like, holy shit. Like I couldn't even comprehend what was happening because it was happening so quickly. Will you ever invest into individual stocks again for the long term? I don't think I would. Maybe later on when I transition to dividend investing, but I don't think so right now. Give me 1 second, you guys. I gotta take a piss. I'm gonna be real. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. All right, what's good? I'm back. Okay. Are you an Axton main or a Maya main? Which character do you play in Borderlands? Let me look it up. I can't remember because it's been a couple of years. Borderlands. Let me just do Borderlands 2 because that's the main one I remember. Characters. I played the guy that had like the bird that would fly around. That's all I remember. You'd throw this bird out and he'd just go like attack people and shit. I love that. All right, wow, I go to take a piss and I lose 10 viewers. This is great. No, I washed my hands, bro. Come on now. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. JP, what's better, Roth 401k or traditional 401k? That is, all right, thank you, Wylarn. Remember to wash your hands. Yeah, Mordecai played him. Okay, so whether you should do a Roth 401k or a traditional 401k, obviously totally up to you. There's a calculators online. I would recommend going and looking at that because it depends basically where you think your income is going to go in the future. That's like the main thing I would say. I do have Roth 401k. Somebody says rinsed maybe. That's funny. Let's see. Hey Ryan, appreciate the support, bro. All right, I gotta take another big ass gulp here. Give me 1 sec. I'm trying to get some people in this Nazi zombies lobby. Do you think you'll feel accomplished when you reach $1 million portfolio? I'm on track to hit it by 35, but I really don't think I'd be fully satisfied and want to go even harder. Honestly, I think you're right. I think I'll be very excited once I hit that mark because I think for me it'll probably be also maybe around 35 to 40 range if I were to guess. I would be super excited to hit that mark when it does happen, but I think the excitement would go away in like a week because I remember feeling the same way when I hit 100K. I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to hit 100K. I'm going to hit 100K." And of course, it was right around the tariff sell-off last year. So I think that was like March or April of last year. And I remember being like, "Oh, this is so exciting." And then I hit 100K and I'm like, "Oh, this is cool." And then like literally within like an hour, I was like just like, "All right, back to work." Like so I do think that I do think that like once I hit a million, it'd probably be very similar to that. But the thing that's nice once you get to that million, man, is if the market has like even a 15% year, that's 150 racks. Like it's so much more money. I don't need to even hear the game that not. Yeah, can you guys hear the game volume right now? Because I don't hear it at all. I'm just in a quiet ass room right now. It's literally just me. I sound like I'm schizophrenic. I'm just talking to myself in a room. No, okay. JP, let me hold the dollar. Okay. No, thanks for answering that, guys. This is sick though, man. This is awesome. Yeah, no, I'm definitely going to be doing some more streams soon. My main goal with this one was just to like test it out, make sure the software worked, make sure everything was working here. Got the mic plugged in, got the laptop pulled up, so this is awesome. One thing I need to work on, this is a great question, Tristan. Any credit card recommendations for the perks? Obviously, pay them off and use them wisely. I have yet to find a credit card that I really love. Like, yeah, sure, you get the welcome bonus at first. It's cool. But then after that, it's like, it feels like it's the same. You get 2% here, 2% there. Like, I want a credit card that can just reward me for basic ass purchases. And that's why I use the Coinbase card because every time I put money on that, I'm just getting a little bit, I'm getting 2% back in Bitcoin, which is fine. It gives me a nice little Bitcoin position, whatever. But I have not found a credit card that I really love. Let me see here. I can't really take your advice. I've never seen you money spread or wear a Mary. I don't even know what a Mary is, bro. So, guess I'm a broke boy. Sorry. Dude, this map is so iconic, though. I love playing this map. JP, do you recommend someone 19 like me to keep investing in ETFs, which is what I do, or should be using my spare money for other things? I mean, honestly, man, if the ETFs are working for you, I'd keep going with it. I mean, unless if there's something else you think that could give you a really good return, but ETF investing, it's so consistent, man. One thing that's going to be very interesting, I don't know if the market will crash or when it crashes. Um, like, obviously, I don't know. I'm not a fortune teller, but I do know that when that does happen, there's going to be a lot of people that are like, bro, you told me to buy VU and VU's dropping. Like, what the fuck? Like, I already know there's going to be a switch up. And I'm fully ready for that because I'm going to be buying the dip all the way down to the bottom, baby. So when that does happen, do not panic. Just stay steady because that is where the real wealth is made, is when you're buying consistently when the market's dropping. Don't get me wrong. It's great to invest $1,000 and see it go up when the market's going up. But when the market's dropping, that's where the real money gets made. It really is. You can buy things on a huge discount. And when they bounce back, they're just going to bounce back hard as hell. So let's see here. Do you have any professional licenses, certifications? I do not have any professional licenses, certifications. Some people have asked me because I'm a senior financial analyst if I'm a CFA. I'm not. I honestly, like I've said, like a little bit throughout the stream, I just think your experience is the main thing you need. If you have really good experience and you work on you try to go above and beyond and you try to work on stuff that maybe is a little uncomfortable or out of your comfort zone, but if you can work hard and do well in it, it's only going to help you on your resume, and then you can speak to that. And even if your current job's not rewarding you, go job hop and get a job elsewhere. So just getting that experience, I think, is the main thing. Like I'm definitely the only way I don't even know if I'd want to get my master's at this point. Like I'm 27. Maybe a couple years ago, if the company would have sponsored it that I was working for, but that was not really an option. And I don't know if the return. I do know that when people get masters, they make more money, but I don't know. I just don't. I don't want to go into like debt. Honestly, I'm okay with the position I'm in right now. Let's see here. Sorry, one second. You'll get so many haters at that point. I've seen it with other financial content creators. Yeah, it's gonna happen. And it's gonna be funny because people are gonna be like, "Bro, you're an idiot. You're still buying the market." Like that is actually the best time to be buying the market is when people are hating on it. Another finance book I like is called One Up on Wall Street, written by Peter Lynch. This guy was a great investor, and he invested into individual stocks. But one thing I really like from that book is something he calls cocktail party theory, which is basically like if you go to a cocktail party or you just go to a party, and if you have people there that are like, bro, you got to be investing in the stock market. It's great right now. Like if you have random people that you're just meeting talking about the market and investing, the market is near the top. Okay, if you have people that you meet and you're like, oh, I invest in the stock market, they don't really have much of an opinion on it. The market's probably around somewhere around a midpoint. And if you tell people that you're investing in the stock market and they go, oh God, that's brutal. Like if they feel bad for you, they're kind of dunking on you for it. The market's around the bottom. Like the market's like, and I actually remember that happening in 2021. I went into a bookstore and I bought some finance book, and the guy at the register is like, bro, you got to buy this stock. And I remember thinking, oh, fuck. I remember being like, oh shit, we're near the top. And the next year, the market completely sold off. Because when you have everyday people that know nothing about the market giving you advice, that's when you know it's like, oh crap. So I love that book. I love Peter Lynch. He's a great investor. Okay, let's see some other comments here. Oh my gosh, I can't read comments if I gotta revive Bladed Mitch. Give me one sec. Sorry, guys. Oh wait, I got a launcher on this thing. Let's see how this thing goes. Okay, that's not bad. Hey JP, I'm making 120K net and want to pay off my mom's 105K mortgage. House is worth 400K, and she'd write that I'd get 50% when sold. Smart or invest? Oh damn, he died. Okay, he'll come back next round. One second. I'm trying to do the math in my head while I play zombies and read chat. My brain's going all over the place. 120K net. You want to pay off 105K mortgage. House worth 4K. I mean, okay, so you're paying off 105K mortgage and you're getting half. So you're putting in 105 and it's going to be worth 200. That's pretty damn smart to me. Yeah, I mean, as long as it sounds like you and your mom have a good relationship. So as long as nothing goes wrong there. But yeah, I mean, if you just think about the basic math, you just said you're going to get half. It's worth 400. So you get 200. 200 divided by 105. It's about 100% return, a little lower. Like I would do that. That sounds pretty awesome. Sometimes, man, I find myself fighting myself on either spending money on something else or just investing. The mental war is real, for real, bro. I'm glad people liked that video because that was something I was like, I need to talk about this because once you get into an area of finance where you're like somewhat disciplined, it's kind of more of an intermediate to like advanced part of finance because you already have your emergency fund, you already have all the basic stuff that you need to be doing. Then you're realizing the opportunity cost of every little thing, and it's like, oh, this is driving me nuts. I can't even enjoy some basic shit because I'm just thinking about the missed returns on it. But then life's not guaranteed, man. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. So, let me read more of this chat here. This trench gun's going kind of stupid. Let's see. JP just mod your boy. Gravy, I don't know. Gravy, you and Linear might as well be cousins to me. We got the double points. Time to go stupid. Let's see here. Do you work in finance? I work in something called FP&A, but like I don't work in like that industry. Hey there, homie. What up, homie? What's good, bro? I'm back. What did I miss? You did not miss much, Lyndon. I'm not sure where you left off, man, but welcome back. 177 people up in this bitch. Your mic is very low volume. Okay, maybe I need to sit closer to it. I don't know why it'd be low volume. That's weird. Hey, Alex, what's good, bro? Tomorrow isn't promised because I'm taking you out. Thank you, Linear. Don't worry, guys. It's not an actual threat. I'm somewhat friends with this guy on Discord. He would say we're best friends, but... Let's see here. Let's see. Thanks for the donation, though, Linear. Just the gain a little in the live stream software, and that should work. Okay, let me do that. I don't know if it lets me do that. Let me see real quick. Because before it was... Yeah, it lets me lower the mic volume. Oh, shit. Okay, great. It lets me lower the mic volume like that, but then if I pull it up... Let me see if it lets me do anything there. Advanced audio properties. Okay, here we go. Let's do 2. Oh, no, that was 21. Okay. This should maybe be a little better. Oh my god, I just had a stroke. Yeah, mic gain and OBS. Wow, 6 rounds. Incredible. Yeah, I did the mic settings. Is that better, guys? Does that sound better? Do you believe in a growth or a dividend portfolio? Growth when you're younger, dividend once you're older. That's what I do. Are you streaming to just answer questions, or is this a way of seeing if you can increase your income? Honestly, I'm mainly just doing it to answer questions. I'm not expecting that's why I turned monetization off with this one. I might turn it on in the next one. I'm not really sure because I don't even think streams pay out that well if I were to like run ads on this. So I'm mainly just doing this for fun. I think it's a good way to kind of connect the community and be able to interact with people more. That's part of the reason I go on Discord quite a bit too, is so that I can just like interact with the people that are in my Discord because I have a lot of people that reach out to me on there. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, no ads is so nice. Thank you for not running ads. Got you. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm not doing this for money, man. I'm just doing this because it's pretty fun. And, you know, I got Friday off, bro. Fiance's at work right now. You already know my ass is getting on Xbox. Like, why would I not? I already did the chores I needed to do. I'm good there. Did the dishes. Made dinner last night. I'm on top of shit. Definitely stream more. Appreciate you, man. I definitely will be. I've heard enough. JP 100 million to Israel. I don't know why. Whenever people say that, it's so funny to me. Damn, when talking to YLearn and Pauly though, they were right. They were telling me, they're like, bro, when you're streaming, you gotta just be on. And yeah, no, I'm definitely feeling that right now. I feel like I'm drinking water every 5 minutes because I'm just talking nonstop. Oh, Bladed Mitch, the man of the hour, timed out. Locked in on this Juneteenth facts, bro. Yeah, not gonna lie, no ads is like taking a deep breath. Glad to hear that, man. Yeah, because I know there's some Twitch streamers where they not only run ads, but they run like the maximum amount of ads. And so it's like every 8 minutes or something, there's a bunch of ads and shit. And like, I don't really feel the need to do that. Like, this is that's one nice thing I do love about this YouTube channel and the current position I'm in is like, this is not my 9 to 5. So like if I do a stream for 2 hours and I don't make $1, like I'm good. Like, I'm not doing this for money. This is just all side hustle for me. So it's honestly, it's just more fun. And I can also talk about whatever I want. I can make a video about something not even relating to finance, drop it Sunday. Video could tank, could get 500 views, and I'm like not stressed about it at all. Like, I love that aspect of it. What's your main job? I'm a senior financial analyst. That is my main job. Basically, I just do a ton of Microsoft Excel, a ton of forecasting and modeling and variance analysis and making PowerPoints and presenting them. And I'm doing a lot of like ad hoc work where people will pull me in and they'll be like, hey, this person's asking for this, this, and this. Can you please do it? You know, get it back to me in the next hour. And they're all panicked and shit. And I'm like, yeah, I got you, bro. And then I just do some crazy shit with Excel. JP, if it got to the point, would you do this full time and sell out like that one Asian dude? Flawless, who's the Asian dude you're talking about? Okay, wait. Actually, I think I know which Asian dude you're talking about, but I don't think he sold out. Um, I don't know, man. Because the tough thing when you're, and I even made a video talking about this, like not too long ago. I was basically talking about like why you should not quit your 9 to 5, and I was talking about my situation. Even if like YouTube and content creation, all this stuff, even if it made 200 grand a year for me, I don't know if I would quit my 9 to 5 because the 9 to 5 I have benefits, like I have insurance and stuff, and like I've heard if you're paying insurance out of pocket, that shit is so expensive. Like I don't want to deal with that. And then another thing to consider too is like my 9 to 5 income plus YouTube. If it got to that point, I'd be making a, I'd be making a bag, bro. I'd be making so much money. So like I don't know if I could give that up. Like YouTube would literally have to, I would have to be making probably like 400 grand plus consistently, and I don't think it'll ever get to that point. If it did, I mean that would be nuts. But like even for me, like I feel like maybe I'm more like risk averse in that sense. So like I would probably make sure I'm making that money for at least a couple of years. Like if I just had one really good month where I made 30 grand off YouTube, I would not go quit my 9 to 5. Like I'd have to be doing that for at least 2 years, I'd say, before I'd even consider it. You should collab with Kamikaze Cash. I'm not sure if I've heard of him. I'll have to check him out. That name sounds familiar. What type of company do you do FP&A for? I wish I could answer that. I gotta stay a little bit anonymous, but I will say the side of FP&A that I'm on is technology. I'm not saying I work for a technology company, but like we work on the tech budget. That's the main thing for the company I work for. It is a Fortune 500 company. That's a pretty big one. I mean, that's one thing I've talked about though with people is what it's like working at the tech companies because like for example, you work at a company like Microsoft or Apple or Google, like huge resume builder, I mean, it's a great move. The pay is great. I'm sure the hours can be pretty long, but then your job security is just like rough nowadays. Like I have some coworkers that used to work at Facebook, and like he told me, he was like, "Oh yeah, I really liked it." Like he had a lot of positive things to say, but then I was asking him, I'm like, "What about the job security? Like aren't you worried you're going to get laid off?" He was like, "No, not too bad." I was like, "All right, like, to each their own." But the tech companies, it just, that for me, I would not want to deal with. I would not want to be sitting there stressing whether I'm going to get fired or not every time they announce the layoffs, because they love announcing them all the time, it feels like. They also have a lot of employees, which I understand too. No, I don't work for Nvidia. I fucking wish I worked for Nvidia. If I worked for Nvidia, bro, I would be retired. I saw something that said like I think like 50% of Nvidia employees are like millionaires. It might be wrong on that. It might be 33%. I think it was 1 in 2 or 1 in 3, which is like nuts though. Somebody said, "Bro, I get what you're saying, but if you got a 7-figure net worth and you don't need a job, it doesn't seem smart to stay just for health insurance." I agree with that, but I don't have a 7-figure net worth. That's the part you're missing. I wish I did, but I mean, if I was already worth like 1.5 or $2 million or something like that, then maybe I would lean more towards that. But you guys have to remember, it depends what my expenses look like. Like as I get into my 30s, like I said, I just recently got engaged. Like when I start to have kids and stuff, your expenses go up a lot. That's why it's called the messy middle. That's what the Money Guy show calls it. So like even once I start having kids, I might have to invest a little bit of less money, and that's okay. Like as long as I'm investing consistently, that's the main thing. Hey Mikey, appreciate the $10 dono, man. You're a beast. So you said I'm 22, making $30 an hour now. Offered an electrical apprenticeship at 19 an hour, but it'll be 64 an hour in 5 years with pension, annuity, and benefits. I have 1 month savings and 16K in VU. What would you do? I would definitely take that apprenticeship. That sounds like a no-brainer, man. That sounds great. Yeah, you're making a little bit less right now, but 5 years, bro, you're making way more money. 64 an hour, bro. What is that, like 130-ish K a year, I think? So that's a no-brainer in my opinion. I would also save up more money. You said you have 1 month in savings and 16K in VU. Don't sell your VU. Keep that exactly where it is, but I would start building up that emergency fund. If you only got 1 month right now, let's try to get that up to 3 months. Not professional financial advice. You guys already know. Got to throw the disclaimer out there. I had somebody comment in a recent video. What does that say? Okay. Sorry, I was reading one of the things. I had somebody comment in a recent video, and they're like, "Hey man, you should probably say not financial advice. Your channel's starting to get momentum." And I was like, "Bro, I literally say it." I replied to the comment. I'm like, "You mean right here?" Why learn? Keep your head on a swivel. I'm a mod. Okay, flawless. Why learn's got way more priority over you, bro. Yeah, yeah. So even Wylearn said he said paying for insurance when you're self-employed is not fun. Speaking firsthand. Yeah, I have my fiance has some family members that pay for their own insurance. I think they pay like $600 a month for it, like just for themselves. I'm like, that's nuts. Like 7 grand a year. Like my paychecks, I'm paying like I think 150 a month or 200 ish. It's not much at all. I think it's like 80 something a paycheck for me, which is not bad. And that's for health, vision, and dental. So we're keeping our shit up to date. We're healthy as a motherfucker. Let's see here. Stay away from money markets, waste of time. Money market fund. Should I wait for Bitcoin to recover or sell it? I'm not a huge crypto guy, man. It seems like Bitcoin does like this 4-year cycle. It's what people have told me. So I mean, if I were you, I'd hold on. But I'm not a big crypto guy, so I don't know a ton about crypto. And I have literally less than 1% of my net worth in crypto. So do not listen to me in regards to crypto stuff. Give me 1 sec. I need some more water up in this shit. Damn, we got 170 people. This is sick. And we just crossed the 2-hour mark. Okay, I'll probably go for like 30 more minutes and then hop off because I got to let the dogs outside. Dogs are going to be hurting. And I don't want them to be. Yo, what's up, bro? How do you deal with the financial loss? Can you elaborate on that? Do you mean like investing, you lost money, or what do you mean by that? What Elgato do you have? God, I can't remember. I think it's called the 4KS or something like that. I mean, I'm recording on 1080p though, so I'm not even recording in 4K, which is honestly fine because now that I'm recording at 60 frames per second with the Elgato, you guys, the file sizes are huge. I'll record like 10 minutes of footage. It's like a gig. I'm like, damn. Let's see here. How do you feel about a high yield savings account with 3 months of expenses in the rest of savings in a short-term ETF, short-term income ETF? I would have to look into that ETF more, but I don't know. I mean, for me, the logic I kind of go on is once you have your emergency fund maxed out, every dollar after that you want to be investing. And then I just follow the financial order of operations that the money guys use. I'll try to I'm going to edit my channel so that when people click on my channel, it recommends this one video that I have where it's like, I can't remember which title won when I was testing the titles, but the title is basically like, where should your next dollar go? Or like, you got paid, now where should your money go? Because that'll tell you the order that I tend to put my money into. And I think that helps a lot. Okay, so then, wait, you're talking about your financial loss. Stress, bro, made me rush too much, managed to lose 1.4K. Okay, so if you're dealing with the financial loss and you lost $1.4 thousand, the first thing I'd say is it's not the end of the world. Like 1.4 thousand, it might really hurt and it sucks right now, but it's probably a lot less. I mean, people have lost way more money historically. Like that's not too bad. What I would say is you might be able to deduct some of that. I don't know if you're talking about like a stock investment, but if you invested in like a taxable account, like a brokerage, you can deduct that off your income. So at least be aware of that side of it. Damn. But yeah, I mean, what I would say is try not to, fret over it too much, man. Don't invest into things that your friends recommend most of the time. Like that's not a good idea. If you need to go grab a basic finance book and read, and it doesn't even have to be a basic finance book. If you just have to buy a finance book to learn like the fundamentals and stuff, go do that, man. That'll be a good investment. It might cost 10 or 15 bucks, and then you could learn a lot from that. That way you can, get back on your feet. But I would try not to stress it too much, man. Let's see. He said I have saved about 9K, invested about 1K. Good, man. That's good shit. Let's see. Thoughts on Take-Two and GTA 6 coming out? I don't buy individual stocks. I've had people ask me about Take-Two. I think a lot of people think like, oh, when GTA 6 comes out, Take-Two stock is going to go up a bunch. I don't really know if it is because it's probably already priced into the stock price. Like everybody knows when GTA 6 is coming out, So
Like when I say something's priced in, it means it's already factored into the stock price. Like it's not like GTA 6 just got announced, you know. Um, so that's one thing I would say is like I would never buy a stock just based off like one thing. And also in the stock market, at least with individual stocks, from what I remember, there's some saying where it's like I can't remember it exactly, but it's like buy the news, sell the action, or something like that. So it's like when you hear news happening, people buy the stock up. They buy the stock a ton, the price goes up, and then when the event actually happens, then it sells off a bunch. If you're saving up for a house, what to do with the idle money in the meantime? This is a great question. I just put it in a high yield savings account. I think that's your best bet. I think that's what I do. I'd highly recommend that. That's what I did at least. But yeah, now I have a rental. But yeah, no, that's what I would do. Some people try to invest the money and they try to make more with it and then sell it. I don't think you should do that. I think it's a horrible idea. You could be sabotaging yourself by doing that. So yeah, buy the rumor, sell the news. Thank you, my man. That is exactly what I was trying to say. Yeah, buy the rumor, sell the news. So like when they think something's going to happen, then it does really well, and then when it happens, it sells off. What do you think about the Psychology of Money book? Love that book. Oh yes, thank you for saying that. Morgan Housel, this is a guy, he wrote this book called Psychology of Money, and he goes on to podcasts and talks a lot about that. A lot about the book and just investing and like finance in general. I love that guy. I think he is just preaching facts. I don't think there's a single thing that man has said that I disagree with. Yeah, don't quote me on that. You know, maybe there is something, but he just spits nothing but facts. Yeah, his name's Morgan Housel. There's a book called Psychology of Money. That is another one of my favorite books. That's what I was trying to think of. There's one book I read. I didn't finish it because I honestly didn't like that much. It's called Think and Grow Rich. Was not big on that book. Maybe I need to give it a reread, but it just kind of felt like it honestly just kind of felt like with that book, it's like, okay, if you just imagine yourself doing well financially, you're going to do well. And I'm like, well, you got to put some action behind it. You know, it's just my take. All right, give me one sec. One sec, guys. Okay, actually, I think I'm gonna jump off here in a sec. I do need to let the dogs out. Let me see. Who are you playing with, viewers, randoms? I'm playing with some randoms. I will definitely be doing a stream sometime soon here. Might do one, not sure when, but I will announce it. I'll do a post ahead of time. But no, I appreciate you guys all hopping on the stream. I appreciate all the support. This has been just awesome. So we'll definitely be doing some more streams. I will keep you guys posted. I'll make a post ahead of time on the YouTube channel, and I'll also make an announcement on the Discord. So if you're not already on the Discord, it's in the pinned comment. I'll keep that up for another minute, and then I think I'll probably jump off here. Because I also got to get some lunch, man. I'm hungry as hell. The software I was talking about is going to drop sometime early July as well. It'll probably drop, I think right now we're thinking July 8th, July 10th. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, stay tuned for that. That'll be pretty cool. But yeah, let me see. Any other questions here? JP, get some Chipotle. Chipotle sounds fire right now, bro. Probably going to eat some leftovers. Alrighty, let me see. All right, well, I appreciate everybody hopping on the stream. I hope you guys enjoy this. We will definitely be doing some more soon. That is it from me. You guys have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. And video definitely going to be dropping Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. So be on the lookout for that. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.